街のざわめき愛想笑いの憂鬱本音なんていつかどこか見えないふりだねだって不安なんてそんな言われなくても分かってる壊したい大事そうに抱えた強がりなんてでも素直になれない迷っても悩んでも君が求めるならせめてこの孤独を痛みを壊して生まれ変わりたい青い空は窮屈に上辺だけを映し出すこの未来をずっとぼやかしてる曖昧につながる世界は深い傷さえ嘲笑うどれくらい苦しめばいいのもう泣けばいいの全く
ああ
壊したい大事そうに抱えた私を全部君がこの孤独を痛みを癒すの消えてしまいたい眠らない街のざわめき愛想笑いの憂鬱本音なんていつかどこか見えないふりだねだって不安なんてそんな言われなくても分かってる壊したい大事そうに抱えた強がりなんてでも素直になれない迷っても悩んでも君が求めるならせめてこの孤独を痛みを壊して生まれ変わりたい青い空は窮屈に上辺だけを映し出すこの未来をずっとぼやかしてる曖昧に
Okay, this should work. Oh god, I I checked when the last time I streamed, like actually streamed. It was in September. Which wait, does that mean yeah, no, that was in September when I opened up the box. Was it Salomon Days of Scorching? That can't be right. I feel like that was way before. No. September had to have been because we just had Overforce the Abyss, we had that. I don't know, something. It's been a while. Yeah, and then if we look at it, the last time I uploaded a video, it was also a while ago too. But I think I just needed a good break. So, while that is all well and good, I am happy to, be here and to be able to, stream this, I guess. I realize now that this says 2025, which I guess no, that's not necessarily right. They revealed the Draco cards. Was that at that time? Something like that, maybe, right? I don't know. It's been a while. I mean, I guess I could try and look it up. What released in September? I don't even remember. Let me see what my last stream was even about. I don't... Because Salomon Days of Scorching was way before. I think my last stream was the Galaxy Cup 1v1 stream, right? Like, that is the only thing that makes sense. I don't think I streamed an unboxing because I didn't have, like, a good camera to be able to do any of that, so... Let me check. Content live. What? I streamed other No, my last stream was the Galaxy Cup. Nice. Okay. Well, that was yeah, that was a while ago. So, glad that we're able to do that. I do want to try and stream more, maybe like some like shorter stuff. Maybe if I can get like a good decent camera and not my phone camera, then we can do some more unboxing on stream versus me recording them, because as I found out the hard way, recording things on my phone means that the file size is huge. Like way too big to be properly just like uploaded onto Google Drive, which sucks cuz that's the only way that I can move large images without just, now I know I can just like plug it in and stuff and do it that way, but like oh my god, I was freaking out cuz like I was doing an unboxing, and I don't know if you've ever seen my unboxings, but they take a while. They take a long time because I like to talk. And I don't know how people feel comfortable just flipping through the cards like that. Like I get it when you're like doing it by yourself, like you don't really, you're not worried about it too much, and you're just kind of, just hoping to see what the last card is, right? Cuz like that's usually the important card. But like other than that, it's like I don't know. I don't know. Oh, speaking of important cards, while I'm yapping and while we're waiting, I think we have about 5 more minutes. I did get my hands on the Limit Over collection, the Heroes. I got I got two boxes. They came in like a couple of weeks ago, but like I opened them. I didn't open them on stream because I wasn't expecting to get like any fancy cards, but I did manage to uh get one of the, not the Grandmaster, the one below that. There's a secret prismatic rare. I got a secret prismatic rare of the Utopia Xyz monster, which is really really good. How long until the stream? We got about 5 more minutes until the stream starts. They initially had it for 15 minutes before the hour, but I think they changed it to 10 for whatever reason. It's fine. So we got 5 more minutes before I'm gonna refresh, and then hopefully the stream opens up, and then we'll be good to go. Utopia is the only one I know because I watched the show. Yeah, I mean, I think like Utopia is pretty iconic for what it is. Like I know that all the ace monsters or all the protagonist ace monsters are really good, but like if you've seen the Utopia overframe card, it looks really nice. Like let me see if I can, how would I be able to pull it up? Oh, okay, hold on. Let's try it this way. Utopia overframe images. Yeah, we're gonna just borrow this image. Save image as that. Okay. And then do I have a thing? No, I just have to upload an image. Okay, image file. We're doing things on the fly. Open. Okay, yeah. So this is what the Utopia overframe looks like. It looks sick as hell, right? Like it looks so good. I really like that they made the shine on the sword also match over, or like, go over the light attribute icon. Like up here, it looks really nice. It's super cool that they did that. So I'm very happy that I got this. I think this is probably one of the better overframes. Like if I got this in Grandmaster, I'd obviously be freaking out a lot more, but like getting this in the prismatic is still really really nice. Sorry, let's see. What else is Utopia? Yeah, okay. I've been playing the Charmer deck in OCG Rush Rules, and it's fun. Yeah, I mean, we don't even have all the Charmer cards. And, like, I feel like I played a few people randomly online because, like, I really wish that there would be an easier way to find people to fight. But I did face it against one or two people who are using the Charmer deck. I feel like it's not bad. I just don't know what it does to things that are just way or like higher level than just higher level than it, right? I feel like it's decent for like control or like a control-y thing, but like I'm not entirely convinced that it's gonna be like, you know, the best deck for a while. I think it really depends on what the ban list is gonna look like, because we're getting a ban list. I think it's not tomorrow, is it? Is the ban list tomorrow? No. We're getting it soon. I know it's after today, but I don't remember. But yeah, you got into Magic? I mean, yeah, I mean, like, it's whatever card games, you know, scratch that itch for you. I'm just glad that, you know, people still like to play card games in general, right? I think Yuma had like the best overframes with using the fact that they're overframes. I think so too, right? Like the Gaga Magician, like punching through the not the screen, but like, you know, punching through the frame, I guess, and like coming out. I think that's really cool. The Gaga Magician girl, the one sitting on the frame, I think that's just chef's kiss. I mean, I feel like that definitely, you know, they definitely utilize the fact that they're overframes the best. I definitely agree with you. Like, I think, I mean, you saw the Toon Blue Eyes White Dragon, right? Like, oh my god, I cannot believe that they decided to make that the way that they wanted to do the overframe for that, right? Like, it was just so shocking that they're like, you know what? This'll be how we do it. Like, they could have made the art, like, they could have made it come out of the book or whatever, and like made it look a little bit cooler than that, but like, no, they were like, zoom in, enhance, and there you go. That's your overframe. And I understand that not everything is going to be good overframe. We have a lot of not so great overrush rares and rush duel as well, right? Like, there's that one Gaia fusion that is literally also just zoom enhance and nothing else. I hate that card. I hate that it's an overframe, that they wasted a slot like that, but whatever. I feel like they've gotten a lot better with the overframes, like the mad rare Amello, right? That's such a beautiful overframe. Like, or not overframe, overrush rare. I'm gonna be mixing them together now. They're Oblivion. Oh my god, yeah. Okay, there's quite a few. I'm actually trying to make a video, hopefully soon, talking about it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but I have a lot of ideas written up. So we're getting back onto the content grind, but we'll just have to see how everything goes. All right, let me refresh and see why it is, or what is going on. Oh, we're already here. We're already here. We're in. We're in. Full screen. All right. Okay. How is the thing? Should I lower the video volume? Yes. Okay. I feel like this is. Oh nope, that's me. I'm not trying to make me smaller. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna be adjusting the screen a little bit, because I feel like this is a little bit too big. Yeah, okay. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. Perfect. Right? Yeah. Alright, we should be good. All the Charmer Overrush rares are really good. That is true. The full arts, I love that, you know, Rush Duels is, you know, here, I'm gonna lower this a little bit because it's a bit loud in my ear, so I'm gonna lower it until something crazier happens. But yeah, so the full arts look really good, and I love that, you know, Rush Duels is still pushing that, pushing the envelope, pushing, you know, what can be done with a Yu-Gi-Oh card by doing the full arts first, so that, you know, we can see what they look like. I really want to see, you know, how well they look like in person. If I can, you know, get one, that'd be great. If I can't, that's fine. But yeah. Oh, we're just jumping in. We're just jumping in. All right, hold on. All right, what's happening? Oh, this is so cool to me. Okay, I was watching the stream yesterday when they were doing like the exhibition battles, and they do the poses and stuff. Oh my god, so it's so nice. Like the production quality, like even though it's like basically this into a singular table, it's like it still looks very cool to me. And then they split it up for the 3v3. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is gonna be so fun. Uh, can you see my mouse? I want to make sure, because if you can, that's going to be really unfortunate. But if you cannot, then that's good. But like, because I'm going to be using this. What is different from the 3v3? So basically, how I understand the rules is that uh, instead of how the 3v3s work, like in Master Duel, like in the World Championships, the 3v3s in Rush Duel are basically, it's a best 2 out of 3 round, or like you go best 2 out of 3 rounds. If your team wins like 2 out of the 3 like individual matches, you win that overall round, and then you just have to win 2 of them in order to advance, basically, right? So like, as long as if you lose, then that's unfortunate. But if your other teammates win, then you win the overall round. You're fine. Just make up for it in the next round, hopefully. I hope Monarch. Yeah, like my biggest wishes for the ban list. I tweeted about before. Monarch hits and Necromate hits. Defiant Soul by itself, I think, is okay. It's not the issue. Defiant Soul just gives you a lot of bodies for Necromate to be able to just pop off a lot better. But like the Necromate fusion or Necromate rituals are just way too good. Ready is disgusting. I hate that card. It just bounces your entire board away if you don't have protection. And there aren't a lot of good cards that have the bounce protection that you are even running in a deck in the first place. So the way that the scheduling works here is, I believe it's, how many teams is it? Is it the 4th team? I thought it was semis into finals, right? So there should be 4 teams being represented. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. So we're doing the semifinals right now, and then they're gonna do a little break and show off all the new cards and what to expect in the next couple of months or year, I guess. And then we're gonna get into our finals and then closing ceremonies. So I think 4 hours should be the overall thing. But yeah, I'm expecting for these duels to see a ton of zombie pile. Like the Necromade Skull Souls, Necromade Defiant Soul, whatever you want to call it. That is like the biggest deck, right? Because like yesterday, a lot of was like all the preliminary stuff. All the competitors from all the different regions were fighting to get into the top 4 position, and quite a few of them posted their deck lists. Almost all of them were zombie piles, right? They were Necromade, Defiant Souls, right? And I was like, yeah, I get it, but oh my god, it's so much. There was so much representation. It was crazy. Outerverse is a good deck. I don't think it's great. I feel like it's not a deck. It feels a little too slow for me. Like, I mean, I've played the deck. I know how it works, but I don't think it's that good. All right, so this is our. I don't know why I would think that I would know how to read this. I was about to be like, yep, then this is our standings, and I was like, oh yeah, these are team A, B, C, and D, and that is all I'd be able to tell you. Are they showing the mat? Oh my god, the mat looks so nice. Bro, I want that mat so bad. Like, look at that. Oh my god, look at the snake. Look at that pretty snake. Oh. What a good play mat. And then we got the prize card. Very, very cool. I do like. I don't know if they don't do they frame the prize card and send it to you framed? Is that how that works? Oh yeah, and then they're doing this thing too. Yeah, so they're making these duel markers, which basically help indicate which help indicate like who's going first, who's going second, things like that. A lot of people were speculating on like, are we going to get future gimmicks that are going to be determinate on these types of things, or what's going on here? But like in my mind, I just want to see these in with a bunch of other cards. Like I know that we're on the Sky Savior hype train right now because we've gotten quite a few good ones, and like is it? Yes, the Sky Savior angels do look very pretty, and it really does, give you that dichotomy, the thing of, the light and day, player 1, player 2 is very cool, but I want to see this for other cards. I want to see other cards and how they would be able to utilize that sort of theme. 7's rodent, 7's sphere. That would be very funny. Yeah. I made a joke about it before, but like, what is it? October 30th, you're 7's rodent magician, and then October 31st, you're 7's sphere magician. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Only like a hand, like only the Rush duel players would get it, but like I had to throw it out there. It's very, to me, it was very funny. All right, let me see. What else are we looking at? What is this? Oh, they're showing it. They're showing it in person. Have we seen the in-person copies? Oh my god, they're so sparkly. Hello? Yo, that's pretty. Okay, wait. I want one. I want a pair. But am I gonna use them? I mean, no, but they look so nice. Wow. I wait, how do I okay, how do I get one? How do I get a pair? Wait. Come on. Do I have to like buy it in the store? Like is it like a bonus for buying a bunch of packs? Like what do I gotta do? What do I gotta do? No, because we don't have Russian ink. I mean, yeah, but like, if I've had the thought about like going to a YCS or something and then like bringing like a bunch of like proxy cards and like just dueling random people or having random people duel me, but like it's a lot of planning, it's a lot of money, so I gotta figure it out at a later time. But yeah. Okay. Yes. Oh. Wait, they're coming back out again. Are they gonna do the smoke screen? Are we gonna get the epic smoke blast into them walking out again? Yeah, smoke blast. God, it looks it's a little cheesy, but I love it. I love that they pose like this. Oh, this is so very funny, but it is so good. Oh wait, I didn't tweet that I'm live right now. Ah shit. It's not like it matters too much, but still. All right. I wonder if those are... I mean, obviously, these are not cards that they're using in their deck because, these are not sleeved cards, but I wonder if they chose a specific card to hold, right? I really love to see if they could, like, have one of their favorite cards be held instead. I feel like that would be a really cool added addition to the whole pose, right? If you're going to pose, show me what your favorite card is, right? Unless all of them decide to put Harpy Lady on there, but like that's a different conversation that we need to have. Okay, are they from Osaka? No, that'd be funny. It would be funny if they all decided to put Harpy Lady 123 as their favorite card. I wouldn't be like I wouldn't be angry. I think it would just be a really silly representation. Do the pose. Oh my god, wait, that would be so good. You're absolutely right. Oh my god, if they do the pose too, yo, that would be sick. If like they could do the maximum pose, they could do the 1 2 3 pose, they could do the triangle sister pose. Yo, I like it. I like it. You're right. You're so right. All right, let's see the lineups. Let's see the decks. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I have to find my. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to get my YouTube link so that I can post it. Oh my goodness. Copy link. There we go. Okay. Where I hijacked the official Twitter live link and said I'm streaming it too. If they get mad at me, I'll delete it, but I don't think I'm a big enough streamer for them to care. Is that guy wearing a Cosmos Princess shirt? Is the middle guy wearing a Jest of the Cosmos Princess alternate art shirt? Is that what that is? Is is that official merch, or did he just get the card art, enhance it onto a t-shirt, write the name on top, and printed it? Because I think, are they all wearing Yu-Gi-Oh shirts? I can't tell what the guy behind me is wearing. I'll be honest. That is official. They just put card art, card name, and printed it and said that's official merch. They can do better. They could do better than that. Boo. That's kind of lame. Oh, I forgot that I'm gonna have to do the window capture thing again for the life points in order to show it. We'll have to see what the UI looks like. If it looks like what it did yesterday, then it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But I'll just need to check. Oh, what is it? What is he wearing? I can't tell what that shirt is. It looks like, I'll be honest, with all the spikes, it kind of looks like a uh no, okay. Is it a Mitsurugi card? Is he wearing one of the Mitsurugi ritual? What is that? What are you wearing? Is that? Oh no, it's BLS. Oh my god, no! Wait, that's a BLS shirt. Wait, okay, I like that. I like that. I like the BLS art. I know I was just complaining about how you can't just print card art and then do that, but like at least it's not just a square, okay? At least the Blackluster Soldier shirt is not just a square. It is, the art. They took the main image and then they're like, yeah, we're good. I like it. I like it. I approve. All right. Let's make a bet. How many zombie pile mirrors are we going to get today? Cuz I don't think there's a rule that the team players cannot play the same deck, which I think is kind of silly. It would have been really cool if they kept the rules of like the normal 3v3s or like how the 3v3s are done here, where you have to play different decks or like you have to share cards or whatever, like in the Master Duel 3v3s at least. But it would be really cool if they had 3 different decks that they had to play and they had to like, strategize it out of like, what is the best zombie counter, or like what can you turbo out faster than the zombie rituals, right? Like, I feel like that'd be really cool. But I feel like everyone played zombies, and that's probably all we're gonna see. Which, I mean, what are you gonna expect? You want to win? You're gonna play the best deck. But monarchs exist, but I don't think there's as many monarch players as there are zombie players. I feel like zombies are just do a lot more, and I feel like are more impactful compared to how the monarchs play. Like the monarchs, if they get going, they're just gonna keep going, right? They snowball hard, they deep draw, like, okay, not half your deck, but like if you get really lucky with your draw spells, you're going real deep. And so yeah, it'll really have to depend. Oh shoot! Hello, Rarity. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. What is good? Yeah, I'm glad you could make it as well. I know that I know that I messaged saying like, hey, it's gonna be late. I don't know what the time zone situation is, but like, because the last time I streamed one of these tournaments, was the Galaxy Cup, but that was both the elementary and the general division. So that's why it took so long. And now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, that's why I stayed up until like 1 or 2. But like, this is just the rare the general division. So it's just the people here. So it should be a lot shorter, which is very nice. I'm really hoping that they show both on stream though. So I mean, that would be great. I feel like if you're only going to do top 4, you're going to show both 3v3s on stream. The only question is, how are they going to show it? Are they going to just show one duel and then flip in between? Or how's that going to work? Yeah, no worries. Stay as long as you like. We're just chilling. I guess they're still setting up and getting everything ready, which is totally fine. But like, yeah, glad you could make it. I hope your stream today went well. I think you're doing art, right? You're coloring you're coloring your artwork, your art piece today, right? If I remember that correctly, I hope it all went well. I don't know if you finished or anything. I was unfortunately, out and about today, so I couldn't really join the stream. But yeah, hope you had a good time. I'm I don't know how much more we can I can talk for. I'm like, what else do we talk about? But yeah, I really wish that, you know, there was a better way to get people like watching these tournaments and everything. It always like gets me excited to make more videos, right? Like just seeing people excited about and playing the game. I really enjoy it because it's like, you know, the game's still doing well, right? Like we're still having fun. We're still but it's just not the same game as, compared to like what Duel Links is, right? And like I know quite a few people, and I know Rarity plays a lot of Duel Links, but it's just a totally different game compared to like the OCG or TCG or whatever you want to call it. So like I really hope I'm not as on the hopium as I was before about getting a TCG region release, but if it happens, I'm gonna be super excited regardless. What's good in the meta? There are two main decks that I think are, really, really good. The first one is I like to call Zombie Pile, but it's just a mix of two different decks, two different zombie decks. It's the Necromaids and the Defiant Souls. These two decks combined together have created a terrible monster that is very hard to stop. Their crackback is quite honestly just insane. And it's just hard to play. It's just so hard to play against. It's just really hard to play against. But the other deck that's still really good is Monarchs. Monarchs had a structured deck that came out last year, and after that just have been they just dominated a lot of tournaments, and they still do that, but the zombies have managed to fight back and forth against what's really good. I think in a lot of tournament standings, the zombies have just kind of taken over due to both recency bias and it is just a really good deck. I think it's just a really strong deck overall. And so you can't really complain about that. But Monarchs have not been touched even after the most recent ban list. So they're still at basically full power. I think the only main hit was I don't think they've really got any significant hits. I just want them to get hit, basically. OCG Rush is very different, and it's just I don't know. I like it a lot. I hope more people enjoy it as well. I'm just trying to get more people to play Rush Duels. Let's see. Outside of that, what else is good? I think Spark Hearts is still really good. I think it's a good mid-tier deck. That deck, I feel like, if you can turbo out your Passion Magma, then you're pretty much in a good control position. What else? I don't think Magician of Black Chaos is good right now. I mean, they've been hit too much where it doesn't matter. I've seen people play Animagica. I think in the tournament, actually, there was at least one person playing Animagica with the Super Warline Ritual. And I think that was really good. I feel like not a lot of people are talking about that deck. Animagica, I feel, is just, I think it can be really surprising, right? Because if we look at the levels of your boss monsters for the zombies and for the monarchs, sorry, if you look at those levels, they are targetable by, your Animagica cards, right? And you have good ways of removing monsters thanks to Shooter. You have good debuffs with Whip, and even with Animagica Gardna being at, is it limited or semi right now? I think it's still limited. I don't remember, but even with the nerf to your Animagica Gardna, you're still able to get a lot of stuff out, and you can just get Super Warline for some big damage with some of its support spells. I feel like there is a really good case for it being one of the better or second best decks, I guess. Oh, I did not know that Hikari plays Animagicas. Yeah, no, it's a really fun deck. I like it a lot. I love the gimmick of being able to, their strength in numbers, right? That pack mentality of getting your beast out there and buffing your main guy to be able to activate its effects for a wider range of, monsters. I feel like that's really cool. You're enjoying your Earth Machines? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Earth Machines. I think there's do you mean joint text? Do you mean your what's the other one called? The hybrid drives? Oh, we're starting. Okay. Okay, joint text. Yeah. All right. Duel start. Where are we going? She's top tournaments within an OCG? Yeah, nice. That's another. Okay. So now, okay, now I know what it looks like. Let's try to. Let's try and do this right. Oh, I'm so good. I'm so good. I'm so good. I did this in practice and then it worked. It worked so well. It worked so well. Oh, it's beautiful. I didn't even have to change anything. There you go. Now you can see his life points behind my body. Hybrid drives is still count under joint text as the still you. Yeah. That's why I was like, because I've seen people like pure hybrid drive, but like a lot of it does just work super well with the joint text. So that's why I wanted to get clarification. Already we have the Sofa Ruda in defense position. I believe they did use the Soul Phrase as material. So that does allow for the card draw. They're playing the Sopla. Sopla activates the effect. Mills 1 will bring back the Soul Phrase back into the hand, giving them, once again, another monster to put onto the board. And they have the Gygas Velger ritual spell. And they're immediately going to be summoning into the Gygas Velger. Turn 1, they have both of the Defiant Soul ritual monsters on the field. Thankfully, with the Soul Phrase in the graveyard, that means the Gygas Velger can't be destroyed, right? Oh my goodness, there's so much happening already. There's so okay. Let's see. What's the crackback looking like? I see. Okay, it's zombie pile. It's zombie pile. Let's see. Zombie versus zombies. We're getting the Necromate Guard, discarding 1, going in or allowing it to, be able to be tributed for his 2. Oh, it does increase his level as well. I forgot. So now we're gonna go into the Gygas Velger as well. But this one will have more attack because it does have 3,000 attack on the opponent or on their turn. So the opponent, the blue side's Gygas Velger, only has 2,000 attack compared to the red team or the red side, whose Gygas Velger has 3,000 attack. I'm used to set 3 pass on turn 1 in Duel Links. Yeah, it's a little bit different here. A Lore Limey. Oh shoot, wait, this is actually such a good call. Lore Limey is so good because then you're blocking them, right? You're blocking whatever card you decide to choose. Holy shit, that's so good. Okay. I don't know what he chose. Did he choose the Sulfra or the Sopla? Or no, is he using Soul Phrase? I don't know what he chose. Because I don't think he's using the Soul Phrase effect. Maybe he chose the Soul Phrase? That doesn't make sense. I would rather choose Sopla here, right? Because Sopla gets you the thing. Okay, no, Soul Phrase effect to turn the Sofa Ruda into attack position. This is good because I don't think they have any good attack, or their attack stat is garbage. And then, yeah, no, they went for the crash, which I think is correct. And that's what? 1,000 plus whatever Lore Limey's damage is. All right, let's see how they go back. Lord Limey has a 1100. Wow, okay. Sopla, no, wait, okay. Did they not Lore Limey, or what was their Lore Limey target? I don't even know. But all right, Sopla effects gets back a card. Where are they gonna go from here? If they don't have access to their Necromade rituals, then I think the red side has a better chance right now. If they start popping off with the Necromades, then we're gonna be in a tough situation. Let's see where we're going. Let me make sure I'm reading this card right. Yeah, okay, cool. Uh, oh, that's tough. Oh, and there. Oh, I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice they were using the turn cards at the top. Very cute. Very cool. This is, I mean, I'm glad that they're promoting it. They kind of have to, but like, that's nice. All right, where are we going? Okay, we're going for the soul phrase. Sopla tribute into Gygust. Okay. We're going into Gyga's failure using the Gygus, meaning that they're gonna get the additional effect of being able to destroy a monster, right? Or no, is it only a destroy a face down? Oh, it's a destroy face down only, so I can't even use the effect. Never mind. And then we're getting wait, what? We're getting the level 5 zombie guy? What do you even do? I don't even remember. Ghost Vicious. If you have another face-up level 5 zombie monster in the field, pay 500. And then face-up level 5 zombie monsters on your field can attack twice during this turn. Ah, I see. This is how you're gonna... So then they use it to give their Gyga's Belger because it is a level 5 ritual. Allow it to attack twice, and it clears the board, plus the damage from the Ghost Vicious. This is actually really good. Yeah, Soleil is player 1. Yes. Soleil is player 1, and is it Lua? I don't remember. Is it Lua? Lua is player 2? Okay. Oh, it's not great that you're starting with a set back row, but that's fine. We're going for G4 or G4. G4, have we... I don't think we activated G4 effect yet. I think we're just holding. Okay, the Graceful. I love this Graceful Charity. Look at that Overrush rare. So beautiful. So good. Alright, we're going through the deck. I don't know if he has a better response. I see... I think that's a Sopla in hand. So that's not terrible. We're discarding Sopla and the Soul Phrase. Interesting. So unless you have something else to be able to... I don't know what your plan is. Ooh, shit. Okay. We're going for the Skullcrag Incursion. Skullcrag Incursion allows you to destroy a back row, and if you have 3 monsters on the field, or on, like, combined between both fields, you're able to fusion summon a monster using materials from your graveyard. Your field or your graveyard. But you're usually just taking it from your graveyard. So now you're going to be able to send out your Valstorm, the Skullcrag King. Oh my goodness. We need some boss battle music? We have some music in the background. It's kind of soft, but it's because they're also talking about it. Do you have any music? Actually, wait. Rarity. Recommend me some music here. Tell me what music we should be putting up. I'll Google it during the pause, and then we'll play it in the background. Let me know what we should put. I know that you are a connoisseur of the Rush Duel music, the Go Rush music. So let me know. Okay, and now we have... I wasn't paying attention. I don't know how this Gygust got here, but we'll take it. Gygust effects to discard a monster, or no? No, we're holding. What are we doing? Oh no, it was G4 effect. G4 effect to bring back the Gygust, right? That's why he didn't use it yet. It looks like both of his Necromade... Were those Necromade Stitches? Or no? Hold on, let me see. Necro... No, those were I don't know. What is that is Stitch. No, that is Stitch. Okay, that was crazy. I thought that was weird. Huh. Yeah, I shouldn't have doubted myself. I was like, why what it's the alt art Stitch. Yeah, okay. Oh, the Go Rush anime OST will get me flagged on YouTube? Ah, rip. Okay, maybe we don't do that. Maybe we don't do that. I see. Uh okay, so we use Valstrom to attack over. We're gonna use the 1800 from Guy Gust, and then the 1400. That's not enough. That's not enough to kill yet. So we're fine. We're fine. Okay, sorry, let me continue reading your comments. Do love the dueling OSTs of the 5D's DS games like Arcadia or over the Nexus. I can also use the Duel Links OST and vibe out to Zuijo. Okay, okay. Alright, I will pull those up after this duel. Yes. Alright. Litchi returning. You're choosing a ritual, right? Yep. Okay. Litchi returning a ritual allows you to mill 3, and then you're gonna be able to take one of the cards. Oh my god! What a draw! What a draw! What are you gonna choose here? I mean, you're gonna telegraph if you take the trap, right? If you take your Storming Mirror Force, you're telegraphing that any set card is gonna be that. But if you take Card Trooper, you're gonna get more mill. You're gonna get a draw. Like, do you need to go deeper? Yup. Okay. We're taking the Card Trooper here. I feel like that is the best choice. You do not want to run into some other form of card removal and lose your I mean, you're already losing your protection here, but you'd rather just get something else that you can use. Okay. And we're getting Sopla. So we haven't activated either of those two cards. We're setting 1. Card Trooper effect, choosing to mill 3, of course. Ooh, okay, we lost the Maynir. I think that's okay. We draw 1. If he can get a Maynir into play, I feel like he can turn this game around. Because I don't believe Valstorm has bounce protection on itself. It is only for the back row. Yeah. How many people are using Storming? Almost everyone. Almost everyone, I feel. It's either Storming, or if you don't want to use trap cards, you're using Treacherous, right? I've seen a lot of people use Treacherous in some of these like slop or some of these pile decks, because you want to just get more opportunities to get your monsters out faster, and Treacherous is a really good way of just interrupting your opponent. But I feel like a lot of people that I play against just use Storming because it is just so annoying to go up against. Let's see. Are we using Sulfray's effect to discard a card, putting Valstorm into defense position, making it vulnerable to, I think, a lot of people attack? Yeah, it's 0 defense. It will die to a gust of wind. Okay, we're tributing Litchi for Guy Gust. Oh, dang, okay. So Guy Gust, I don't believe... Spell charge card should not be destroyed during your opponent's turn. During your opponent's turn, this card cannot be bounced. Okay, so I was wrong on the effect text there. I mean, now we know. Oh, but we are... Wow, we held the Star Salvation Shield until now? We held it until now. That is... okay. Alright, sure. We're using the Sulfur Ruta ritual spell to get Sulfur Ruta into defense position. I believe we do have a Gygust in the graveyard, so it cannot be destroyed by attacks while this card is in defense position. They get the card draw off the ritual. off the ritual spell, and then they set 2. They don't have any access to a higher attack monster? Really? I mean, they're going to be able to deal some damage here. They're going to destroy the Valstorm, but they are going to get the burn damage off, right? Yes, they are. Okay, they're calculating the burn damage. It's not going to be a lot. I don't think they have anything higher than level 5, right? Yeah. So they're only going to be able to deal... is it 1,000 damage? Yeah, 1,000 damage. All right, this is pretty close. I'm not gonna lie. I as much as I don't like that these are basically the same decks. I am excited that this has been a close match. The new Zuijo boss skill card, Storming Mirror Force, and Econ. They're gonna eventually a Dark Galaxy fusion monster is going to be like really, really good, but we're not there yet. I don't think we're at that point. I mean, I will say that the new boss monster, the Requiem, the stained glass Requiem is really cool, and it does kind of body both of the Necromaid rituals, but it's not that. I don't think it's gonna matter. Oh no, he has a Mainir! He has the Mainir! Oh, it might be over. It might be over right here, folks. The Mainir, if it discards, or after it discards itself to the graveyard, allows you to get a ritual spell and a monster and a Gygust or a Soul Phrase back into your hand. So now he's going for it. He's going to destroy or use the Gygust Velger ritual spell to make his Gygust Velger. Using the effect, he's going to destroy one of the back row. It's an incursion. That's not bad. Doesn't the Necromaid ritual spin? It spins itself, yes. But I guess they want to just go... I think they just go for game here, right? I think he's just trying to force game. He's doing it again with the second Mainir. So he could just... Do you just do it again? What is your ritual... What ritual spell are you going to take? You're taking the Gygust. Oh my god, wait. Does he have a tribute for this? Does he have a tribute for this? Because if he does, he can destroy the last back row, and I think he just wins, right? Sopla does not have enough attack to be able to withstand... Oh my god, he has a Lore Limey. He had a Lore Limey. He's tributing the Lore Limey for the Gygust, and then ritual summoning another Gygust Velger. Does he have a third one? I thought he... No, he didn't. I thought he used 3. He only had 2. He's going to use it, destroy the last one. It was just another incursion. Oh my god, oh, that's heartbreaking. That is heartbreaking to see. I think this is just GG's game 1. Oh, it's for sure GG's game 1. It's... Yep, that's it. That was just no Necromaid. That was pure Defiant Soul, right? That was just Defiant Soul gameplay. I'm impressed. Oh, that's the wrong thing I should be closing. There you go. Okay. Not bad. We didn't see the frustrating Necromaid bounce, which is great, but it's there. Both players know that it's there. It's looming. It's looming in the distance. Ready to strike at a moment's notice. But, I mean, if you just hit really hard with your Defiant Soul cards, it doesn't really matter, I guess. It is unfortunate that guy only had... His back row was just 2 incursions. Oh, that does suck. That does suck. Okay, let me look for this. What are we? Okay, so if I play the Duel Links OSTs, I won't get in trouble, right? Oh, now you can see my mouse? Why? Why could you not see it before? Oh, weird. Alright. Yeah, I've never had an issue. Okay. I trust. Zoe. I can't spell. Just 15 minutes? Okay, I guess I will play this when the duel starts. 15 minutes? Wow. Anime stuff is by a different company? Gotcha. Okay. Oh, it's because I'm using the... Okay, I get why you could see my... Okay, because I'm using the same browser. Dark Galaxy best deck? I was playing against a Dark Galaxy player the other day. I randomly just joined someone's thing, and they were playing an interesting version of Dark Galaxy. It was like they run 3 copies of Fusion and then like 2 copies of the Fusion spell that lets you fusion summon from hand or whatever. But like they ran the new Contact Dark Matter thing. They ran the Dark Matter Enigmata with the Lock Doll, Hazard Doll, Cray Doll. And yeah, Void does fusion. Thank you. That's the one. And yeah, they were basically just turboing out fusion monsters. They had different ways of like getting just a fusion monster onto the field, whether it was the Dark Matter fusions, whether it was I saved their deck because I thought it was really interesting. Hold on, let me pull it up. Where is it? I saved so many people's decks that I play up against. Okay, yeah. So their thing was Eternum Voidvelg Requiem, Voidvelg Forbidden Requiem, Voidvelg Apocalypse, Dark Matter Enigmata, Dark Matter Requiem, and then Voidvelg Beyond Probe. That was their entire extra deck. It's so good. It was so cool to see them just like cycle through everything, grab their fusions, and then just make a bunch of you know, Dark Galaxy stuff, a bunch of Voidvelg fusions, and I was like, oh, okay, very cool. Yeah, I was a big fan of this deck. I thought it was very nice. 3 OG fusions? Yeah, no, it was a sight to see. But like, yeah, the that new card, that Voidvelg Stork, just hard carries. It's such a good card. Like, oh my god, it you put the whole deck on its back, right? It's like, oh, you need a Requiem? I got you, fam. OG Fusion makes sense because of Dark Prophet. Yeah, I mean you kind of need Dark Prophet to be able to get your fusions back and like not mill yourself out to death, right? Like a lot of these cards need you to mill a bunch, so you need some way to survive, right? So doing that plus getting a fusion, hey, you know, that's a bonus. But yeah, this is a really fun deck. Just a turbo lose by. I mean, if you turbo fast enough and just kill them fast enough, then it's not gonna matter, right? Like then who knows? It's fine. Oh wait, I minimized the wrong tab. Let's get back. Let me play the song. Oh, that's so loud in my ears. Okay. How is the volume? Good? Okay, cool. Perfect. Let's jump into the game. The set I come back to the stream and it's set 5 pass? And then are they gonna set 5 pass too? What the hell is going on? Wait, what did I just come back to? I came back to set 5 pass? Okay, Star Salvation Shield. Star Salvation Shield discarding the Mania. What in the hell is going on? What is happening? If I bricked on 3 fusions and handed 2 normals, you wouldn't see me. I would cry. I would actually be like, this deck is supposed to be good. Why did I brick and then my opponent bricked? How did this happen? That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. Yeah, this is the moment that Rarity was talking about. So used to set 3 pass. So used to set 5 pass. Okay, Soul Phrase flips over the lantern. The lantern is useless right now, I agree. Oh, but he had enough to already go into the Gygas Velger Ritual Monster. Does not get the secondary effect because he had to use 2 different monsters. Has the Manier in hand, plays the Manier, is already going to be grabbing the Soul Phrase and the Ritual Spell, of course. But does he have another monster to make a second one? Not that it actually matters here, because he can only attack once this turn thanks to Star Salvation Shield. Oh, that is the Beginning Skull Rise. Beginning Skull Rise discarding the Soul Phrase, being able to draw 3. It is such a good draw spell. So strong. I am glad that it is a hard once per turn. Alright, where are they going to go after this? Oh, they have to discard 1. Right? Because... do they have enough cards in hand to have to discard 1? Or enough cards in the grave? How does that card work again? 4 more monsters in your grave, you have to send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. Yeah, okay. Do you? 1, 2, 3, 4. He does! Okay. Was his discard just another Skull Rise? You're playing the... okay, G4 next. G4 mills 1, allows you to... I don't think there is a Gygas in the graveyard, so it doesn't get the additional effect. But he does have the Necromaid resize! The Necromaids are going to be out in force, so we have our first Necromaid ritual onto the field. It is going to be the Necromaid Lurker. Necromaid Lurker effect is by sending 3 monsters or 1 ritual monster from your graveyard back into your deck. You are able to destroy a face-down card on your opponent's field and burn them for 700 damage. So now it depends on what he wants to destroy. Destroys the middle. It's another Star Salvation Shield. Kind of useless here, but okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. Oh my god, did he draw all 3 Does he have 3 Star Salvation Shield? Did he draw all 3? Was he forced to set all 3? That would be hilarious. That would actually be amazing. Alright, with 2 cards sets 1 more card, goes into battle phase, attacks over the lantern. The lantern only has like 1,000 attack points, so that's 2,000. Oh, let me change it. That's going to be 2,000 on top of the 700 that he already took, leaving him at 5,300 life points. Now we're going to be going into the red side. I did not like that head nod. I did not like that. That, to me, that screams, did not get anything good. This sucks. So let's see what they got. Okay, we are starting with the Necromaid Guard. Guard effect mills 1. But it is enough to activate the ritual spell. That is totally fine. Getting into the Geigersfelger. The prizing is the playmat of the snake. I don't know what the snake is called. It's a really pretty snake. I need to drink water. Holy shit. But yes, it's a playmat of like the really pretty normal monster snake thing that they had, and then you get the overrush frame or overrush card of that card as well, of that monster as well. The pricing is, I mean, decent enough, I think. But yeah. Evac. We're getting. So they played the evac on their summon of Card Trooper, which is really good. Card Trooper effects. Yes. Damn, red guy is having the worst day of his life, I think. Red guy is like, this cannot be how this deck plays. Mills 3, sends itself, draws 1. Is that trap tax? Oh my god, he trap tax. Traditional tax. Okay, rips 2 from hand. What did he get? He got a beginning Skull Rise and what is that? Is that also no? That's not also a trap tax. What is that? Oh, I didn't see what the trap was. Okay. Now we're playing the Lichy. Lichy is going to return the Lurker. So now that he's going to be able to take a card from whatever he mills. Let's see how lucky he can get. Pot of Greed, are you kidding me? Pot of Greed, Incursion, and I think that's a Geigus, right? Those are such good choices. Holy. Those are so good. What are you going to take here? I mean, Incursion can help you remove that last back row. Because you don't know what it's going to be. You've seen the Star Salvation Shields, but could that be a Storming Mirror Force? Yup. He's taking the Incursion. I think that is the right play here. Oh, but his last card is... Wait, what is... No way! Wait, are you kidding me? Oh god, I don't remember what this card is called. Hold on, I'm gonna have to look it up. Amuse Annoyance. Yup, okay. Amuse Annoyance. When a card is sent to your opponent's graveyard during their main phase, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the number of their cards in their hand times 300. Then, if you activate a card while a card was sent to from the deck to the opponent's graveyard, you can send a random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. They're just trying to find... These Rush Duel players are just trying to find any way to be an annoyance. They're like, what can we do to be the most annoying... the most annoying people ever? We're gonna play Amuse Annoyance in 2026. You were like, nah, Pot of Greed? Talk about a throwback. So what is the plan here? Wait, did he mill the Trunade? Oh, the Trunade would have come in so clutch here. That's actually unfortunate. Oh no, it's the Princess Cosmos Trap! Oh no, it's the Princess Cosmos Trap! It destroys the Gygas, allowing the blue side to draw 2 cards. Oh no. Oh no, this could be it. This could be it. Did that guy just 360 his face down? Okay, Maynir. Maynir gets through. Maynir is going to be able to get him the G4. He's going to get the Gygas Velger Ritual. That is probably your best play here, because you're going to be able to get another Gygas onto the field after you activate his effect. He has no response, thankfully. Discards a Gygas, brings it back onto the field. Easy enough. You do have the Ritual spell, which will allow you to make your Gygas Velger and destroy one of the back row cards. Now you're going to have to come in clutch here. What are we destroying? It was a Jest! He had a Jest face down on the field? Is that the play? Is that the right thing to do? He has another G4. He's going to do it again. He's going to mill. And then we're going to bring back another Gygas to the hand, because you can't special summon it onto the field. Losing a Jest does kind of suck here, but I don't think it's going to matter too much if they have a good response. Did he not take one back? Are you allowed to not take one? Is that how that works? Oh, you can. You don't have to. Interesting. I don't think that's the case, but he does ritual summon into his Necromade Ready. Using the Ready effect, he's going to bounce back. I assume the Gygas Velger, yup. And now the question is, can he do it again? I don't think he has cards in hand, actually. I don't think he can do it again. But that is going to be 3,000 plus 2,500 attack going their way. But it does depend on what that last face down card is. If it is a Storming, it's gonna suck. But it's not. It's not. You're gonna take some damage here. It's not gonna be a lot, right? I think it's 700 to the 2,500. So yeah. But you are gonna be taking 3,000 to the face. And we move on. This is actually okay. From a ridiculous set 5 start for both players, we are now somehow in a decent match. But with no back row to worry about, I think this will allow the blue side to be able to just kind of move freely. They're not going to care, right? There isn't going to be anything that's going to stop them. There's no hand traps, obviously. So, yeah, if they can get the cycle going, right? The spin, then that's going to be some pretty easy damage. All right. Only However, with only 6 minutes left on the clock, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. Ooh, a Maynir start is not bad. Maynir is bringing back both the Necromade Ritual and the G4. That is dangerous. That is basically not that's the start of it. That's the start. It's going to depend on how many times they're going to be able to do it, but they can clear the board here if they have the right cards. Yeah, this is a very important moment because you don't want to misplay here. For me, I would want to optimize as many times I can get the Necromade Ritual off. We're starting with the Yi 4. We're milling 1. We mill another Necromaid Ritual, but we do get to special summon the Gust from our grave back onto the field. Now we're getting a Sopla. Sopla effect, mill 1, allows you to bring back on one of the other level 3s or whatever it is. Yep, brings back the Soul Phrase. We're going to Necromaid. We're going to bring out, I'm assuming it has to be ready here, right? No, we're bringing out Necromaid Lurker? Lurker is going to... Okay, Lurker is going to destroy... Oh, wow, this is longer than 15 minutes. Lurker is going to destroy the ready. Okay. I guess we don't want to... we don't want to have to deal with that. That is fine. I'm just going to replay the song. I'll figure it out. Later. So now, Lantern brings back the ritual spell, and then you're going to be able to bring back the Ready. Ready bounces the Gaigas Felger. We're looping Zuijo, yes. So now it's an open board. And that's game. That was it. Yeah, we're not gonna see the final attack push, but yeah, that's more than enough damage. That's why Necromaid sucks. That's why I hate Necromaids, man. They just do too much. But yeah, okay. So the Necromaid Lurker was able to destroy the Ready, give it the burn, and then they have Ready again, or then they play their own Ready to be able to bounce the Gaigas Felger, because the Gaigas Felger cannot be destroyed by card effects, because I believe there was a Soul Phrase in the graveyard. So that was very smart thinking by the red player, and that's how Necromaid clears a board. That's how you do it. Welcome to the zombie pile, everyone. That's why this deck is so strong. They do need a ban list. They need a ban list hit. However, I guess it depends on what the ban list hit is going to be. All right, we're going to pause this. I think it's going to depend on what the ban list should be. Because, like, what are you going to hit in Necromaid? I don't think it makes sense to hit the ritual monsters, because you really technically only need one. Right? You really only need one, in theory. But my guess is you limit the ritual spells. You limit Resize, you limit Stitch. I don't know how useful it is to hit Lantern. I think I want a Lantern hit, because being able to just recycle the card by summoning it is really annoying. But yeah. I don't know. Because, like, when Magician of Black Chaos was really good, I wanted a hit to their ritual spell. I wanted Ceremonial Gate to be hit. But instead, they hit the Winged Dragon. They hit, I think, Beaver was the other one. But they didn't hit the ritual monsters. They didn't hit the ritual spell, which is fine. I think the main issue was just being able to easily recycle the ritual spell to then ritual summon over and over again. That's what sucked. But that's kind of the mentality that I'm having right now, is that we either get rid of the ritual spell or limit it to like one copy of each would be incredible. I think Necromaid Resize is the more threatening option. But I think Necromaid Lantern is another decent option to hit. Lantern allows you to set either Necromaid Ritual spell from your grave into your spell and trap zone, and that just means you're going to be able to, continuously spin through your rituals, and that should not be allowed. There are also, I've seen people call for Lichy to be hit. I feel like Lichy isn't the worst card. It does work a lot better in zombies because she's also a zombie herself. But I think the card is just too good for ritual decks overall to be considered something that should be hit. Like, if we have more ritual decks become like top tier, then I can see that being the issue. But like, Litchi isn't the problem. Litchi was never the problem in the first place. I don't think she deserves it. And it's not because it's just a pretty card, or because I have a copy of it, or I have its Overrush rare as well. That's not the issue, right? I think Litchi just does too much for ritual, or it's just too good to be hit. That's it. There's nothing else. Actually, while we're waiting, I don't know if we're going to be jumping into round 2. I don't know what the round 1 results were. But I can play some other music. All right. We're bringing back the Mewmore, baby. Mewmore, my goat. Limit 1 Sunset Rebirth? Who's still playing enough copies of Sunset Rebirth for this to be a problem? Who are you playing against that Sunset Rebirth has become an issue for you? I think in the future it can be an issue if there's like other monsters that have this be a problem, but I don't think I want to check, but I don't think people were even playing Sunset Rebirth in a lot of their decks. I use 2 Sunset Rebirth because protection is fun. Yeah, I mean the protection is great. I'm not saying that that's the issue, but let me look at some of the deck list from some of the other players, because I don't think they even played a single copy of Sunset Rebirth. Like, let me see. Did you post your deck list? Nope. Did you post your deck list? Nope. Oh, we're already in game. Oh. Okay, they side deck the Sunsets. Okay, I've only found one deck, and one deck they side deck the Sunset Rebirth. Okay, you know what? I don't think that's grounds for another hit on the ban list, but that's fine. Yeah, no, thank you for joining the stream, Rarity. Thank you so very much. I hope you have a good rest. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for stopping by, and yeah, have a good rest of your day. Have a good rest of your night. And yeah, thank you for joining. All right. Game 2 starting. We do have a beginning Skull Rise, sending the Soul Phrase into the graveyard and drawing 3. Now, because that's the only monster in the graveyard, he does not have to discard 1 card. We are Pot of Greeding. There you go, Pot of Greed. Draws 2 cards. They have drawn 5 cards so far. In this one turn, that is a 5-card draw. Sopla mills 1, brings back the Soul Phrase from the grave. That is totally fine. Are we tributing? We are tributing for the Gygust. And already has the ritual spell. So now we have Gygust Felger. Okay, where are we going? And we have the Mania in hand. We're just gonna go all out. We're full committing to this board. We're bringing out the Gi4, and we're getting the ritual spell back again. So I assume you're gonna just Gi4, mill another one, get Gygust back onto the field, use the ritual spell again, and then you're good to go, right? Oh, we're returning it to the hand? We're not gonna use the guy. Okay. Yep, because G4 does gain the level to be able to be used as the ritual material. Then we're gonna tribute set. That has to be the Geigust, right? That has to be the Geigust. And then we're gonna set 3 pass. That is a disgusting first turn. 2 ritual monsters face down and 3 back row to go up against. You have to pray that you have True Nade in hand. Pray that you have True Nade in hand, and you might be able to come out of this. But that is a very strong first start. We're setting 1. Uh-oh. Not like this. Not like this. We're setting 2. Setting 3. 4. Set 4. Pass. He T-set. He mega T-set pass. Oh, no. That has to be a Star Salvation Shield. Please let that be a Star Salvation Shield. No, it isn't. It isn't a Star Salvation Shield. What is gonna happen? If he has any form of back row removal, this is just gonna suck. Does Incursion work if they're face down? 3 or more monsters on the field. No, you could Incursion here. If he has Incursion, he could just play it now. I mean, the only good thing about this right now is that none of these zombies have piercing. Like, if you get the Sofra's, the Sofra Ruda out, then you get to deal like an additional bird damage, but that's not, that's not the same of like 3,000 attack breaking through your defense and hitting you. So that's the only saving point of this set 3 right now, is that it is very difficult for the Necromaids or the Defiant Souls to be able to break through that. Curse of the Rising Light is is another way to do so. Flipping over one of the face downs to make it vulnerable does suck here, especially because it's Lantern. Lantern only has 1,000 attack. So that is going to be at least 2,000 to the face. And that's not going to be a good sight. Now, is he going to flip over his face down monster, or is he going to keep it like that? He is going to flip over. This is the Geigust, as we already knew. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be honest, his graveyard is kind of stacked right now. I don't think there's going to be a lot of ways for him to not have a way to do something with any cards, if that makes sense. Like, any card that he plays, he's going to have something in his graveyard to be able to retrieve or be able to do additional effect later on. So does the blue side play anything else? Or do you just go for the attack here? The only risk is obviously running into a Storming, right? If you're running into a Storming Mirror Force, then that is going to suck. But is that something that you should be worried about here? Like, what is the likely chance that he drew in his starting 5 cards, 1 in 40, right? Or I guess, yeah, that he drew the thing, the Storming. No, instead we are going for. Is that Catois' Choice? That is Catois' Choice. Oh my goodness. That allows him to mill 3 cards. I don't believe he gets anything out of it, because it is a bit late and he has a bunch of monsters in the graveyard already. But milling 3, I mean, you can't say no to that, especially when you're a zombie pile. So where do you go after this? Did you just do that to make space? Okay, he's using the Geigust effect to discard a monster to destroy 1, destroys the Lantern. Can you only destroy a face-up monster? Yeah, okay, you can only destroy a face-up monster. That's why. Okay. I mean, that's not terrible, because he can still use his other 2 monsters to attack the face downs, and then use the last Gygas Velger to hit for 3k. I mean, that's still a lot of damage. Where are we going from here? I mean, he can't, unless he has a way to get rid of all of these, this isn't going to be game, right? Because even with this, that's what, 7,800, and he still is at 8,000. So I don't believe there. Oh, the incursion! The incursion destroys the last one. It was a torrential. He held the torrential. He knew he couldn't use it because none of the Gygas Felgers would be destroyed. Oh my goodness. And now he's going to be able to make his Valstorm. Oh my goodness. That is rough. That is so rough. He held the torrential. I get why you would do so, but that is just so devastating. Now with the Valstorm, that's what? 25 plus the 6,000 from both of the things. He has a Compulse. The Compulse is going to be able to remove another card back into... Yeah, okay, I was going to say into the hand. Why did he put it back onto the deck? So now the Valstorm just hits over the defense position monster, and then you're going to hit for 6,000 damage with the Gygas Velgers. He's going to have 2,000 life points left. The red side, you're going to have to make the greatest comeback of all time to be able to clear this board. Because on the opponent's turn, Valstorm cannot be bounced back. So you're gonna have to clear this board with, you know, a mix of both of the Necromade rituals. Because there's nothing else that's gonna work. Graceful Charity is a good start here. Graceful Charity being able to get through some of your deck. Hopefully you're gonna get something good. That is 2 Lore Limeys. I would jump off. I would jump here. I would. Man drew 2 Lore Limeys in the situation. That could not be me. Okay, 1 Star Salvation Shield, 1 Lore Limey. Okay, yeah, a Star Salvation Shield isn't gonna cut it here. Whatever happens, they can just destroy a monster and hit you still, and that's gonna be enough damage. Lore Limey on the field. Okay, use the effect. Oh my god, that is so gross. Okay, yep. He was gonna be... His next draw would have been another Lore Limey. That would have been so bad. He's gonna target the G4. That makes sense. That makes sense. And then we're gonna have the Necromade Guard. Necromade Guard mills 1. It is another ritual. Okay. I don't know how happy I am to see that. It depends on what he has. Another Necromade Guard. He better not discard another ritual spell. It's a Lantern. Okay. Okay, that's not terrible, but does he have anything? Does he have a ritual? Does he have something in his hand? He does! He does have a ritual. It's a Necromade Resize. He's going to use his level 7 Guard to be able to make... Which one are you going to go for first? It really doesn't matter here, to be honest. He's going to go for the Ready. The Ready is going to activate. He's going to just send 3 monsters. It's going to be a Lantern, I think another Lantern and the Guard. Yeah, 2 Lanterns and a Guard. He's going to put them into his deck. He's going to bounce the first Gygas Velger. That is the correct choice. As long as he knew that he could not bounce back the Valstorm, we're good. Yeah, he put them back into the deck. He does need to shuffle and then have his opponent cut, right? Okay. He's going to use the ready to hit over, and I think that's GG's. Yeah, he just doesn't have a, or is that time? What happened here? Was that by time? Was that a time limit loss, or I mean, obviously, yeah, the red side had just way more, and then did he just surrender after that? Because he just didn't have a response? Because like on his yeah, I mean, I don't think there really was anything you could do in that position, right? Like yeah, I think that's just unfortunate. I mean, oh my god, that first turn of him just setting four and passing, I think that just sucks. That just sucks. I mean, what can you do about something like that? Right? Like your deck is built around, easily getting monsters out onto the field, but if your monsters can't turn into your ritual monsters, then you're SOL. Right? What are you gonna do? Oh wait, that means I can pause the music here. We're gonna go back to some chiller beats. Okay. Huh. All right, that's a tough game. That was definitely a tough game for the blue side. I really don't know, like, what you could have done in that situation. Like, you did what you could. You set three cards, you set a back row, you passed, and you hope that your opponent just didn't have a way to do anything. And it turns out they had Curse of the Rising Light, they had a way to remove it, and then they just were able to hit through. And that's just disgusting. That's just, I don't know what else to say. That just sucks. That just sucks. I think without that Curse of the Rising Light, it would have been a bit of a different game. But that was that only round one? So we still have another round to go. I think they switch up their opponents now and everything, but I just hope that we don't have another zombie mirror match. That's all. That's all. I just want to see a different deck. What if I just want to see, Okay, wait. I'm about to monkey paw it because like I want a different deck, but I also don't want to see Monarch. Wait, is the game over? Wait, who won? I mean, I assume the red side won, right? I assume red team won. Hold on, let me open up the stream volume and close the other thing. Okay. He did say, yeah, okay, yup, sure. Their team is called Mamma Mia? That was truly okay. You know what? The duels reflected the team. The duels truly reflected what the team was. That was a that set four, that double set fives, that was a truly Mamma Mia moment. I agree. You know what? Their team name aptly described how their gameplay went, and I have no words. I have no words. That's perfect. That is the perfect name for a team that managed to start games 2 and 3 by setting 5 and then setting 4. But they tried their best. That was a very strong showing. But unfortunately, it just wasn't enough in the face of the stronger zombie pile. I will say, I think Lore Limey is not that good. I don't agree with adding Lore Limey to the deck. I get why you want to do it, because then you can shut down their G4. They can shut down they can shut down the other low level monsters. But as you saw, that dude bricked on his Graceful Charity and drew 2 of them. He drew 2 of them in his hand. Like, that's disgusting. It's a useless card, and it doesn't net you a zombie or any zombie fusion or ritual at the end of the day. So, like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? I feel like that's just not a smart decision. You know? Like, I get it for like a side deck option, I think, but I don't know. I don't know. It feels gross. Like, I mean, seeing that gameplay makes me think maybe G4's the problem. maybe we should be hitting G4. Right? Being able to mill 1 and then bring back a level 5 to be able to either make your Gygas Failure or turn it into one of the Necromade fusion or Necromade rituals. That's also really gross. Maybe you just put that down to like a semi-limit. I don't know. Any reaction to Painful Choice as a legend? I mean, it's a nerfed Painful Choice. I don't think it matters that much. I think it's really good. Okay, sorry. Let me backtrack on that. I think Painful Choice is really good. I think as a legend spell, it's going to see quite a bit of play. There are quite a few decks that would love to have something that just mills 4 for you, right? Like, I know Voidalfer, or however you want to pronounce it. Void Elf is how I'm gonna use. Would really love this deck. Solely for the fact, or love that card. Solely for the fact that you get to mill a bunch, and then you're gonna have more targets in your grave to be able to bring back using your other Void Elf cards, right? And like, that's fine. I think this is a good side deck card if you don't want to just have Pot of Greed or something like that. Because let's be honest, Pot of Greed is still really good. No one's complaining about Pot of Greed. No one's complaining about Graceful Charity, right? Like, you want to have more cards in hand. That's always going to be your better option. But there are a few decks that would rather just have a bunch of cards milled into your graveyard. So, yeah. Okay, so it turns out they did just do the other round off stream, which means now we're in the news portion. We're in the news segment already. What are we going to see? Okay. Is this just telling us that, yeah, they changed the names to OTS? Oats? We're getting real life oats? Actually, we're gonna hide myself here. We'll hide myself here just so that we have a better view of what's going on. Yeah, Outerverse, yup. That's what we're talking about here, yes. Every store is now an Outerverse store. Okay, wait. I think the text is gonna be on that side, so I think I can come back. I think I can comfortably come back. It should be fine. The ban list for Rush Duel is March 23rd. So tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll take it. I can't wait for the traumas. Yes, everywhere you see is oats. One day after, is this the closest that we've had a Rush Duel and OCG ban list together? Right? Because like, yeah, I knew the OCG. Whoa, let's see what we got. Anything new? Everything looks fancy. We're getting the news cards. We're getting news cards, and we're getting the e-heroes, or the R-hero, or not, is it e? No, not e-heroes. R-heroes. The rising heroes? So does that mean what I think it means? Wait, what's the other card behind me? Oh no, it's just that. Oh, you get the cards from the tournament packs or whatever these are. I see. I see. Okay. So we are getting some hints. Printing presser is here. If we're getting more news cards, I I'm gonna be shocked. I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be shocked. Why are we getting news cards? What year is this? Okay, we're definitely getting news cards. We're definitely getting the news cards. Somewhere in the future, we're getting news cards. But these alternate arts do look sick. Oh, I hit the wrong button. There you go. These do look really nice. Attribute shift bomb looks fire. Is that attribute shift bomb? If so, yeah, that does look amazing. That is just bomb. That's good. And we're getting a reprint. We're getting more Jundis of the Monumentis, which is good. I thought that was getting reprinted. Or no, I guess no, the set already came out. It didn't get reprinted, did it? I don't remember. But yeah, these cards do look really, really nice. I'll take it. And then, oh my god, I really want this fusion. I really want this fusion. It looks so good. Shift bomb is good for charmers. Yeah, I mean it's good just to be able to do that. I don't know if it's worth doing all that though. I get why you would want to run it, but I don't know if it is. Do you need to do all that? Yeah, we'll have to see. I haven't seen we don't have all the cards out yet, and I don't know what the charmers want to prioritize. The red the red ceremonial the warrior guy does look really nice. I think we knew we were gonna get it because of the fact that we already got red sorcerer, so it just made sense that we would get red warrior. It's good. I got no qualms. But yeah, oh my god, this fusion looks so nice. Like God, they're giving Sky Savior so much love here with this card. I mean, I get it, but like, oh, wait, what? What is this? Oh, is this for next year's 3v3? What is this? Okay, I heard them list out a bunch of prefectures. So I assume that might be the where all the tournaments are happening for the 3v3s again. But these dates seem too close together for these to be something. I don't know. Oh, okay. I don't want to mistranslate. If it is what I think it is, that's interesting. It sounds like they're doing the thing that I wanted them to do in the first place. But I'm not gonna assume that's what the case. I don't know enough Japanese to be able to translate that. But in my mind, I thought they were doing the shared card pile, the shared card thing. But maybe not. I would love to see it though. I would love to see what strategies come out of uh having to be forced to share a card pool. Oh, we have Neuron mentioned, base Neuron. Where are we going? Where are the new cards? Where are the new cards? Who are you? Oh, you're the new prize card. Okay. Okay, you're the new normal monster. He's just a man. It's just a man on a horse. It's it, yeah, Earth? Earth? Okay, he does look really cool. He does look really cool. I'm not gonna lie. He looks cool. He looks cool. Even though it is just a man on a horse. I mean, I can't really complain. We definitely just have like dudes. It's a guy of the worst. No one plays the prize cards, alright? The prize cards are not there to be played or to be useful. They're just there to be prize cards. Let's see. So these are for like so the normal one is for like the smaller stuff. Okay. No, because those words are the same. That is the same as that. So okay, maybe I don't know. Gaia does look cool. Okay, if we're comparing guys on horses, Gaia does technically look cooler. All right, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. All right, my hands are up. All right, my hands are up. You are correct. You are correct. If we're comparing just two people on horses, then yes, Gaia does look cooler. Especially in the Overrush rare. The Overrush rare Gaia does just clear this guy, no questions asked. Okay, Overrush Pack 4. Overrush Pack 4 news. Alright. Alright, we're gonna be getting news on hopefully other cards. Okay, plasmatic model, another Blau, right? Another Blau. Let's see. All right, we're opening up the translate app so I can hopefully get a picture. Okay. All that said was that it has the continuous effect of reducing your opponent's monsters by 600 attack and defense. Is this a... It is. This is a plasmatic model play, another ritual spell, but it can be considered as plasmatic model play in the graveyard. You can send up face-up monsters from your field to the graveyard's material so that their total levels equal 8 or more. And then you can ritual summon another Blau or another Lister. The other one. Another Listella, yeah. And then you cannot use extra monster. You can't use more monsters. You can't attack other than Thunder type for the turn. Okay, so the obvious. But we get another ritual spell, which is really good. We already assumed that we were going to get another ritual spell because of the shorts, but now we know that the ritual spell can make both Blau and the Listella. So that's actually really good information. Yeah, we already have another Listella that we already knew. Plasmatic, yeah, exactly. We already got they just had that short that released that showed the another Blau, and then they showed the other art. So yeah. But that can't be it, right? Are we gonna at least see like the other Charmer, the missing Charmer card, the missing Mad End of Despair card? Are we gonna see just any new cards from a different set? Can we see the Union monsters? Can we see the XYZ monsters? Can we do that? Or is that too far out? Oh yeah, I forgot that we're getting the Udius set. Yeah, I would love to see Udius set hints. I would love to see what they're gonna give Udius next. The problem I have with PM is that the deck is quite restrictive. I'm kind of a fan of it, right? Like, I'm one of those people that really enjoys, locks on decks. Oh, what are you? What the hell are you? This card can be activated by sending 2 cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard, except on the first turn of the first player. As long as this card is face up in the field zone, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects, and when a player has a card in their field zone, during the draw phase, if they would normally draw until their hand is empty, or if they would normally draw, they would instead draw until they have 6 cards in their hand. Okay, I think the translation's a little bit off, but this allows you to draw 6 cards. So this is a field spell that allows you to draw 6. That is interesting. That is interesting. This is a generic. This doesn't even go this is a generic field spell. Is that worth putting into your deck for the chance of being able to draw 6? And it cannot be destroyed. You keep it on the field. You just keep it on the field. But does this affect both players? I think this affects both players, right? If I'm reading this card text correctly off the translate. So obviously this is not 100%. This is based off of what Google Translate is telling me. This does affect both players. So then you are running the risk of you and your opponent being able to draw 6 cards each turn. Is that right? I'm gonna have to look at an official translation because this might be incorrect. I'm trying to understand why this would be the case. So if you want to be able to draw until you have 6, you have to mill 2 cards from your hand, or mill 2 cards, and then you get to draw until. Okay, I'll have to see. But it is guaranteed that this card cannot be destroyed by. This card can't be destroyed while in the field zone, which is pretty good. That's already, a really different take on how field spells usually work in this game. I really like that. And I hope that if this card sees a lot of success, we'll be able to see it more in the future. If Konami ever decides to make equips good, we would be in a different world. If the Shaman Bandits actually were a good deck, we could be, we could be living in a better place. There we go. I'm back. I like their announcer guy. Their announcer guy, very hype. Don't get me wrong. I think in the US we got Kangas. Kangas also very good. I like Kangas a lot. This guy's everywhere though. Kangas is in League of Legends. Kangas in in the Yu-Gi-Oh. I think I seen Kangas in the Riftbounds. Like, Kangas is everywhere. But I mean, I guess so is this guy. This guy's also everywhere in Yu-Gi-Oh. But I haven't watched a lot of the other Japanese TCG tournaments to see if he's anywhere else. But he's got that good announcer voice, so I like him. They gotta stop asking the middle guy. Is middle guy their captain? Is that why they're asking? Will people finally play field spells just to let them draw 6? That's what I'm thinking. Is it really worth it? that's what that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm excited to see what decks would be able to fully utilize something like this, but like it's a double-edged sword if it does work for the opposing player as well, right? Is that worth it? I will be okay. Okay, I see you. I see you. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be testing it. I'm gonna be testing it and seeing like, what really what works out with this with that sort of thing, because like it's not a thematic card, so it's not going to be benefiting a lot of other things. And like you're already running a bunch of staples anyway, but like, is this a card that's worth it, or is this a side deck card, right? Like, could this replace something else in the side deck instead of being like a main deck card? That's the thing. Like, if this only affected the player who played the field spell, this would be such a broken card. I feel like then everyone would be running this card, or at least putting it in the side deck at least, right? Like, but I think in order to make it fair, it has to affect both players. And if so, is that too much of a deterrent for people to be like, nah, this isn't worth it. Even if it gives me an advantage, I don't want my opponent to have the advantage either. I just love field spell actions though. I mean, yeah, field spells are very underappreciated, right? Spark Hearts has a really good field spell, right? Berry Fresh had a really, really good field spell. Uh and like, I don't think there's just a lot of other decks that utilize the field spell, like their field spells that often, right? Like, I play with a field spell with like Monumenthes, but I've turned it into like a Beast Warrior beatdown type of deck. So, I'm running the Beast Gear Apocalypse Overworld or whatever it is, and like that's just because I thought it would be funny. But yeah. Also interesting that it makes it you can't use it turn one. Yeah, I mean exactly, right? Like that there's restrictions on the card, which I think is interesting. I It gave me a little bit of a jump because I thought they were talking about the card markers, right? They're saying like, oh, turn, like, if you are the first player, right, versus it's your first turn, right? Like that I thought they were going to be utilizing card text involving the new card marker stuff, but I don't think we're at that point yet. I think we just have to have the card markers in the game first, and like everyone gets a copy or whatever before, we get to that point, but who knows. All right. So they're all setting up. We only what okay, so we only got those three cards plus all the tournament pack cards that we got. So we're expecting to see news cards. Maybe do they put the news cards in the Udius set? Do they do that? Is that something that they would be willing to do? They're just like, remember those news cards uh from Sevens? remember those guys? Remember how they made like a fusion monster and it was like, all right. What if we just did that but made it even better? What if they made Printing Presser into a ritual monster? Ritual Printing Presser. Ritual Printing Presser mills like 10 cards. They also have the Rising Heroes. I feel like they mentioned Rising Heroes before. I feel like there was some news article or like some press release that said that the Rising Heroes was coming in the Udius set, right? Or no, that's what you're talking about. That's what you're saying. Yeah, okay. Never mind. I'm sorry. I misunderstood what your comment was saying. But yes, okay. Cool. I knew that I wasn't, going insane, but like, yeah, in the Udius set. Yes, exactly. Yeah, okay. So the Udius set or that press release did say that it was going to be Rising Hero and Udius stuff. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. All right, what I wish they just showed more. Was that enough? That's not enough cards to have completed the set, right? We're still missing quite a few. But I assume the quite a few are also just reprints that they're just gonna announce when they like fully update the site and everything. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. But we're still missing I think was it the Charmer's field spell, or they're missing a Charmer's card, and then like I said before, the Mad End of Despair card. We're still missing those two that were already shown or teased to us, but no one could like, see what they were. I think some other cards. Okay, I don't know what else they have. What else are we expecting? Unless we have like more cards like the field spell. Imagine if they print like 3 more field spells. Like that. That would be interesting. But yeah, I would love to see them experiment more with field spells, right? Cuz like that the being able to draw 6, that's not bad. That's not the worst. Okay. Please give us not a zombie mirror. That is all I want to see. No zombie mirrors in this household. We've already seen enough. Actually, hold on. I want to see what this other guy is wearing. He's just wearing a normal shirt. Never mind. Well, that was kind of a bore. He's not in it. He's not in it like the other two. The right guy is lacking. If I see that ban list have no zombie hits, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if that ban list has somehow that ban list has 0 zombie hits? They hit like everything else. They're just like, okay, we'll hit monarchs now, but we're not gonna touch the zombies. Why would we do something like that? They're like, okay, yeah, you guys were complaining about zombies? Yeah, okay. Drock to 1. The the monarch revival spell or the return spell to like 2. They're just gonna uh you know they're gonna nerf the hell out of the monarchs and then leave zombies. They're like, yeah, it's fine. 1,000 years of zombies. Who knew we would be returning to zombie pile, zombie slop in our year 2026? It's more likely than you think. What are we talking about here? What's he saying? Okay, he mentioned Duel Links. Oh no, he mentioned Duel Links. Do you think there'll be reveals at the end? I doubt it. I don't think they would do reveals at the end according to the schedule, right? Because they are right after this 3v3 is the YCSJ finals. So they have to empty this place to set it up for the OCG finals. So I doubt that they'd be able to stay in here to be able to do that, but who knows? We'll have to see. All right, duel start. Where are we going? Oh, imagine if they transitioned from the smoke into this. Oh my god, that would have been such a cool transition, bro. Okay, they both have the same colored cards. I hate that. I actually hate that. This is the worst. They could not have re-sleeved to something different? Like, what if you mix your cards together? How are you gonna know? Like, this isn't right. This is not right. Okay, blue side sets 2. This is not good. Sets 3. That's even worse. Sets 3 pass. Not even back row. What is his deck? What is red side's deck? I'm trying to read. What does that say? What are you playing? Please not be zombies. Oh, there's too much glare. There's too much glare. I can't see it. See like a blue? I don't think the zombies have a blue. Unless that's the spell card blue, in which case, shit. Okay, okay. Uh, I still can't see. It's a zombie. It's zombies. No, I was wrong. I was wrong. It was so wrong. Soul phrase flips one sends one. It's a Lichy. It's another zombie mirror. It's so over. It's so over. Lichy returns the one card. Mills 3 cards. Abatia. That's interesting. I mean, okay, Batia is used to just be able to bring back another card so that they can use it to ritual. It's a different tech option, I guess, but like, damn. Uh that is yeah, select or soul phrase. Yeah, the card on their rightmost card. Yeah. They're just going into battle. It's another Lichy and it's a lantern. And then you're gonna deal a little bit of damage thanks to the G4 or the G4 hitting over the Lichy. It's negligible. That's whatever. Oh, and they had the Star Salvation Shield, discarding their Lichy, forcing it to only be able to attack once this turn. Lichy should be reprinted because it's only is it really only an Overrush rare? That's yeah, actually no, you're right. No, that can't be true. I could have sworn I've seen a non-Overrush rare Lichy. Maybe I'm imagining it. If that's the case, that is really funny that, the only way you can play Lichy is Overrush rare, which means you have to buy it or draw or pull it. Wait, we just seen this guy. All 3 of this guy's Lichis. That's unfortunate. That's 3 Lichis already. He mills 2 Sopla and an Incursion. That's not terrible. You can get the Incursion back. You can get the Sopla back, I believe. Especially with how much. Yeah, I actually did not realize that would be a supply and demand problem. That's interesting. I only have 1 Lichy, so I ain't playing any. I can't do full power ritual decks anytime soon, but I'm just happy to have 1. Let's see where we're going next after this. Oh, I have to put the Zuijo music back on. We'll start from the beginning. It is really good. Rarity was right. Rarity was right. Oh, I guess I should mute the stream now that we're... Yeah. There we go. He has to summon the Sofraruda. Why is he not summoning the Sofraruda? You have only 1 option. Oh, wait. No, wait, what? In attack position? Okay, set 1. They're gonna crash. Okay, is that your only option? Whoa, what are these hands? This is getting into some weird deck building choices. Like, usually by this time, someone's got the Gygas Velger or a Necromade out. Like, what's going on here? What's happening? Okay, Card Trooper. Of course, send 3. We're sending a Lantern. We're sending another Star Salvation Shield, and we're sending a Maynir. Ooh, okay, not happy to see the Maynir, but it's not the end of the world. We're drawing 1. I think, was that a trap? No way, right? We're playing Beginning Skull Rise, sending the Soulphrase into the graveyard to draw 3 cards. And because you have 4 more monsters in the graveyard, you do have to discard 1 card. Is it a monster or can it be anything? Just 1 card. You just have to pitch 1 card. Okay. We're sending the Soulphrase Ritual. Okay, Sulfuruto Ritual. My bad. Now we're going to be summoning out. We're sending out Balloon Batia. Balloon Batia is going to mill to... Does not get anything good here. Has to just... What is your plan? You milled your Pot of Greed. Wait, am I wrong about how Balloon... Oh, it's a level 6 or lower. Wow, Balloon Batia hits a lot more than I thought it did. Yeah, that is enough to be able to use the Necromade Ritual spell. And what are we going to be making? We're making the Necromade Lurker. Necromade Lurker in attack position because why not, I guess. Are we activating the effect now? Okay, now we're activating the effect. We're sending back the Maynir. That is correct, because we want that back to be able to draw. We're sending the Lantern back as well. And is that another Lantern? It is a second Lantern. Yep. All right. We're destroying a back row. Ooh, okay. Okay, wait. That is not bad. We're hitting the ritual spells. That's... Okay, wait. It's good and bad. Now with the ritual spell in the graveyard, it can be recycled, which does suck. But it does mean that they're not going to be able to use it that next turn, unless they have a way to bring it back. So now what is your plan? Do you have another ritual? Is that why you put it in attack position? Because to me, I would keep it in defense. If the Lurker was your only way to make a ritual monster, then I would rather have it in defense position. But if you were already just going to, like, you know, use it as material for something else, then it doesn't really matter, right? Okay, he's using the Gifor effect to mill 1 and then add back the Gygas Velger, the Gygas, sorry, but he's only adding it back to hand and not special summoning it. And that is because we do have another copy of Necromade Stitch in hand. That is why he does not care, and we're bringing back another Necromade Lurker. Necromade Lurker effect again. You're just going to be, what, sending 3? Or are you going to be sending the Lurker back instead? What do you prioritize more here? Lurker effect to send the Lurker back. Destroys the other back row. Oh my god, it's another Necromade resize. He's destroyed both of the ritual spells. This is okay. This is not bad. Now, because he has an attack position, does that mean he has another ritual spell in hand? Like, these attack position lurkers are making me nervous. Why would you do this unless you had another ritual spell? We're sending out a Gi4. Gi4 mills a Gygust, so, I mean, he gets another Gygust in hand. That's fine. And then we're just tributing over the Necromade Lurker to make another Gygust, to make 2 Gygusts off of the other Gi4. And then we have the Sulfuruta Ritual spell. Now, you're going to be using that, and you're going to use a Gygust to make the Sulfuruta? And once again, the Sulfuruta is in attack position. No cards in hand. It attacks. It hits over the Maynir, which is fine. It does deal damage. Oh, that is a significant amount of damage because of the ritual or because of the lurker in the graveyard. That actually is a lot of damage. Holy cow. Wait, what does that take them to? It takes them down to 1,300. Oh my goodness, that is a significant amount of damage. Okay, okay. I respect the choice to go all in like that. That is a strong start. But now you are susceptible. Your board is pretty weak. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Sulfuruta does not have a lot of attack. I'm pretty sure it's a 1,200 attack ritual monster. It's 1,200 plus the 1,800 from Gygast, and then Gi4 has like 1,400. So any monster can hit over any of these guys. Like, you'll be taking the damage, but you're betting that your opponent also just doesn't have the same firepower as you. How do you respond? We're playing a monster. That is a Gi4 milling 1. Mills the beginning Skull Rise. That's not the worst, but that does suck to not have in your hand, for sure. And then, is there not a Gygast in their grave? Have they just... Wow, that's just a lot of spells. That is a ridiculous amount of spells. No Gygast for the Gi4 to be able to retrieve. I mean, I guess he was hoping that he'd be able to mill a Gygast. I know I've done that many times before as well. And we're doing it again. We're spinning the wheel. Are we going to be able to get a Gygast hit? No, that is not a Gygast. That is a Soul Phrase. No hit so far. This is looking really bad for the blue team. They are unable to find any extension off the Gygast. Or after Gi4 to try and get a Gygast into play. No way he has a third one. Okay. He does have a Lantern though, and that means we're going to be seeing some Necromades. All right. We are bringing back what I believe was Necromade Resize. And Necromade Resize will be able to net you either Necromade Ritual Monster. We're setting the Gi4 and the Lantern. That is more than enough. We're checking the graveyard. What are we looking for here? What is our main worry? Because I believe the Soul Phrase doesn't have protection from anything except from being destroyed by battle if you have a Gygust in the grave. I don't believe the Soul Phrase has any additional protection off of that. Or the Sulfuruta, sorry. If Gygust is in the graveyard, this defense position card cannot be destroyed by battle. Yeah, so it will still die to an attack. So in theory, you can just ready bounce all of these. And we're going to see one ready on the field. Ready effect. You don't have a... Yeah, okay. It's going to be a Litchi. It's going to be the Lantern. Do you have another thing? Another Litchi, maybe? Would you care about having another Litchi, though? Is that really worth it to you? Is it yeah, the Maynir. The Maynir is a better choice, in my opinion. Bounce the Gygus. That is good. Because now that's just a large... That's the biggest threat off of the field. But can he do it again? Can he get a board clear? Will he be able to do what the red team did and also just go through their ritual spells? Or is that all they can do and they're just going to have to hit? Or like hit over this board? Oh, that's a set 2 back row. Are we moving into attack? Okay, that's yeah. Okay, ready. Attacks the Gifor, and then Gifor attacks over the Sulfuruta. Clears the board. That's only a negligible amount of damage. That's not anything crazy. That's definitely not going up against only 1,300 life points. The only concern here are those face down cards. What could they be? Is this going to be something like a torrential? Is this going to be, a storming mirror force, right? Like, what are we expecting to see here? Could it be an evac to try and bounce something off, right? Like, it's a tough position to be in. Like, you're so close to winning this game, but a misplay here could result in you losing. A Maynir start is not bad at all. That is going to get a Gifor back into your hand, plus the Necromade Stitch. What makes Storming Mirror? I think it's just really good, in my opinion. I think it's just a full board clear of stuff going back into your hand. Like, outside of, like, zombies, I guess, outside of Valstorm, like, there aren't a lot of decks right now that have bounce protection, right, on their monsters. So, like, you're kind of free to be able to send everything back, and then, that's just an open board. Versus something like, a regular Mirror Force. Quite a few boss monsters do have, like, destruction prevention, or, things like the... And, like, that just sucks. But Storming Mirror Force just has a wider application. That's why I like it. But I know that, as we saw here, they're using torrentials, they're using evac, right? Like, all the other traps are still good here. No one's like saying that storming is like the end all be all. And I think that's game. Yeah, he burned his opponent. He burned his opponent by using Necromade Lurker. That's just how it goes. That's the Necromade strategy for you, ladies and gentlemen. You hit him hard, and then you burn him for the rest of it. And like, it was a tough position because he had to play defensive there, right? The red side had to put down face down cards to threaten a bigger crackback if they were able to survive this turn. But because you set cards face down, you do leave yourself open to getting Necromade Lurker burnt, especially when you're at that low of HP. And that just sucks. That's really unfortunate. Like, what else could you have done there? I don't know. All right. Hey, the music stopped at the same time too. That's some good timing. That is some very nice timing. All right. And now we go back to the chill music. All right. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see any other deck being played. If somehow every single person on their team is using Zombie Pile, I'm gonna be mad. I'm just gonna be mad. I'll say it. I will be very angry. Not even a Monarch? Not even a Monarch deck. It's just all Zombie Pile. Like, what's going on here? What are we doing? What are we doing? You know, what's the point? This ban list tomorrow better destroy zombies. It better destroy Monarchs, it better destroy zombies, and then he's gonna allow Spark Hearts and a Magica, and who knows what else. Void Elf? Void Elf could be good. I like Void Elf a lot. It's a really fun deck. Basically being able to, once you get all the right cards in the graveyard, you can like almost guarantee a fusion monster every turn. I like it. I like it. The deck is fun. I expect a crucifixion for zombies. I mean, I hope. That's what I said about Monarchs, and then Monarchs didn't get hit. They didn't touch Monarchs at all. I mean, I guess it's because they knew that zombies were coming, and like zombies was going to be enough to kind of push Monarch away. But like, if they're going to hit Monarch, then they're going to have to, or if they're going to hit zombies, sorry. I think I said Monarch a bunch of times. But I'm saying like, they didn't hit the Monarchs in the last ban list, knowing that zombies was coming. So now that zombies are here and pushed Monarch kind of out of relevance while Monarch still being a very strong deck, I think now we're in a position where, you know, if they only hit zombies, Monarch comes back. If they hit zombies and Monarch, then we might finally see some other decks. Voidiflare, unless they print Pandora from the anime, it would be an amazing deck. I mean, I just like it right now as it is. You know, like, I think what they have so far is very nice. I hope that they continue to get more support in the future, but I think their overall game plan, game strategy is really interesting, or just like really straightforward enough where, you know, it's a deck that I was considering like making a proxy of to like bring to events to be like, you know, try this deck out. You know, it's pretty fun. It goes through a pretty straightforward combo of like, you know, getting your level 4 Wind Guide to get your the Andromeda. I think it's Star Mantis to Andromeda to Heaven Star, and then, you know, using all their effects to get all the cards that you need, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're gonna get Star Stripe or Star Mayfly, right? And like, you know, I like that sort of straightforwardness for like a beginner type deck, especially in like a current meta like right now. Okay, we're jumping back. We're jumping back into the games. Let me play the Zuijo music. And let's go into game 2. Let's pop up the thing. Let's go back here so I can see my chat. All right. We're starting off with a beginning Skull Rise, sending a Gygus to the grave, drawing 3 cards. Already a very good start here. You would love to see beginning Skull Rise plus one of the names in your hand. And we have Card Trooper. Oh my god, this guy's milling cards. This guy is milling a bunch of cards. Let's see. We mill Star Salvation Shield. I think that's a Sopla plus the Gygus Ritual. Then you get to draw 1. So they've drawn 4 cards so far. I don't think there's any other way to draw more unless you have Pot of Greed in your hand. Oh, we're starting off with Necromade Cleaner. Yes, okay, this is a card that I was expecting to see because it allows you to mill some cards, and I believe, let me make sure I'm reading the Cleaner effect correctly. Send the top 2 cards of the deck. If a zombie monster is among the cards sent, you can choose a spell trap card in your opponent's graveyard, and if you do, your opponent can set that card. But if you do it in the first turn or early enough where they don't have anything in their grave, you get the benefits without having to worry about setting any spell cards. And now we have the Maynir already here. Maynir is going to be able to net the Sulfuruta Ritual plus the Gygust. This is a really good start. This is a really good start. We're guaranteed at least one Ritual monster. It's not the strongest one, mind you, but it is one nonetheless. Now, he did have the Gygust Ritual spell in the grave, am I correct? But he instead opted to go for the Sulfuruta? So does he have it already in his hand? That's why he didn't go for it? Alright, he's thinking. I mean, this is just a good start overall. We have the Sulphrase. Sulphrase using the Ritual spell, being able to make the Sulfuruta in defense position, and gets to draw a card because he used the Sulphrase as Ritual material. So he did get to draw another card. That's 5 cards drawn this turn. He's not using the cleaner effect. He already used it. Okay, no, I think he's just thinking. Okay, good. I was like, there's no way that they forgot that they already used the cleaner effect. Why does he keep pointing at it? I thought he used it. Oh, no, he's tributing for the Gygust. Right? Yep, okay. He sets 1. Sets 2. He still has a card in hand, I believe. Is it the Ritual spell, or what is he holding on to here? Did he just pass? Okay, he just passed. Okay, that's decent. That's a decent turn 1. That's not the worst, but I feel like it is easy to get through. Especially because he set a back row already. That's not great, but they also got the beginning Skull Rise, discarding their Gygust, allowing them to draw 3. We'll take that. Decent start by both players. But what comes afterwards? It really, the mirror match is very, I guess, straightforward of what you're hoping to do. But it really just depends on who draws the better cards here. Oh no. Was that set 3 pass? He didn't draw anything anything good off of the thing? Beginning Skull Rise drew you 3 and you got nothing? Do you have an entire hand made out of spells and traps? How did you not set anything? You could have set something, right? I know you would take damage, but that's better than just getting directly attacked. You would take full amount of damage. Are you gonna try and bluff your way into a torrential, or what's the goal here? I don't know. I'm so worried. This is a terrible start for the red side. I was just saying how it would be dependent on what cards you draw, and if you draw nothing good, then yeah, this is what your board is gonna look like. But I don't like how blue team is taking a little bit of extra time here. I know that they're worried about this back row, but like, oh, I guess the biggest concern here is if they summon a monster and it goes into a torrential, that does suck. But they could just go into attack here, run into like a storming or something else. I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm nervous for them. Oh, we're playing Jest. Jest of the Cosmos Princess does come in. We're discarding 3 cards. 2 of them have to be monsters, destroying only 1. That will destroy, I think, is that a beginning Skull Rise? Is that a second one? That allows them to draw 2 more cards because they left 2 cards on the field. This is, you know, it's a common Jest strat. And he has the ritual spell. He's going to be able to make the Geigust Velger, and it's going to be able to activate its effect right away to destroy a back row card. Destroys a Curse of the Rising Light. Okay, that is not a trap card, but that still makes you nervous about what that final back row could be. We're setting a card. We have Pot of Greed in hand. That does allow you to draw 2 cards from your deck. Now, if he has something like an Incursion, he would... Oh, actually, he can't use Incursion here. He would have to play a monster. He would have to risk playing a monster here in case that this is... he's playing into a Torrential here. And are we good? I think we're good. We are good. Oh my goodness. All right, Cleaner activates. Doesn't get a hit. Cleaner does not get a hit, but it is enough levels to be able to use the Necromaid resize to make Necromaid ready. And then we have a Gifor in hand. And that's 3 monsters. That's 3 monsters for Incursion. Incursion is able to destroy the final back row, and that's enough for the red team to surrender this game. That is really rough. That is just the worst. That was just a really bad draw on their hand. They were not able to put any monsters onto the field, and that left them completely vulnerable to the blue side attack. And they weren't able to, I guess, yeah, they were just able to clear up the thing right there. They knew that the game wasn't going to be it for them, so they ended early to move on to a game 3. That's some good stuff. That is some good stuff, though. I mean, I don't know who I'm... I'm not rooting for anyone, if I'm going to be completely honest. Like, both of them are playing zombies. Who do you want me to root for? The zombie team? Like, I don't know. I don't really have any... I don't have any stake in the game. I don't got a horse in this race. You know, I just want to see some good Rush Duel. And we are seeing some of it. I feel like there was some more interesting games in that semifinal round compared to what we're seeing right now. But, you know, that's just kind of how it is. You know, Rush Duel doesn't have any guaranteed searchers or anything like that. So you aren't able to combo as heavy as you are in, you know, the OCG or TCG and stuff like that. So you really are more susceptible to RNG. You're susceptible to the heart of the cards. Whether or not you're going to be able to use your Gifor to mill a Geigust if you didn't have one already engraved, or if you're able to, you know, Pot of Greed into something good, you're able to Skull Rise or beginning Skull Rise into something good, Lichy into something good, right? Like, you know, it's really up to the card, or up to the deck, up to the heart of the cards of whether or not you're going to get what you need to be able to play the game. And that's why milling is so important. You know? Even in Rush Duel, you can still brick, but brick harder. Exactly, right? Like, as we just saw, you know, that guy bricked, and he had what, 3 spell cards, and that's just not good. I'll be honest, that's just not good at all. And while it sucks to see, that is the risk that you play, right? Like, that's happened to me more times. I'm sure that's happened to many people watching that, you know, play Rush Duel. Like, sometimes you have a deck that does really well, but then all of a sudden, oops, all level 7s, or oops, all spell trap, or all back row. And you're just kind of, you're like, it's possible, but it's not something that you like to see. So, yeah. Thankfully, you know, there isn't really a deck out there currently that is just perfect in every way, shape, and form. As we can see here, even gods can bleed. The zombie pile is not impervious to its main weakness, and that is not drawing the cards that you need to draw. So we're moving on to, I guess, round 2. This could be the final round depending on how the standings are, right? Unfortunately, they don't show, you know, who won the first round. So I would not be able to tell. But if we somehow move on after round 2 into another set of duels, I would love to see a round 3. Maybe with a different table. Can we show a different table? I would love to see a different table that isn't playing zombies, if that even exists, you know? It is funny because, like, I was talking to my friend about, like, the situation right now, or like the meta right now in Rush Duels, of how zombie pile is really good, but like, it's not really like, it's mainly like the Necromate stuff. And I was like, is this technically how Mitsurugi is? Right? Like, pure Mitsurugi is fine. I think it's a really good deck. And, like, you know, it can still show off really well. But then you pair Mitsurugi with a bunch of other things, right? Like, you know, Mitsurugi Ryzeal, Yummy Mitsurugi, and then you're doing weird shit with it. But, like, you know, it's like that. But, like, at least zombies, you have to play zombie pile. Like, with the zombie pile, you have to play zombies, right? Like, that's okay. That's a little bit different because, let's be real, these two are the only good zombie decks going on right now. There aren't really any other options or any other good zombie options that you can play that would keep you competitively viable. We used to have Potter Loop, in which Nana and Potter resource looped until you got what you want. Yeah, but, like, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know if you could, like, reasonably bring back Potter Loop and have it be as terrible as it was. I don't know. Maybe it would still be a menace, but we'll have to see. Okay, nope, this is the same table. I mean, it's fine. It would have been cool to see a different table, but I get it. Okay, Balloon Batia turn 1 does get you a Gifor, which I think is a viable target here, right? Losing a Star Salvation Shield does suck. I will say that. But it's not the end of the world. Playing Gifor in defense position. I don't like that. Gifor effect to mill 1. Mills. Okay, it mills the ritual spell. With still no monsters in the graveyard. So that does kind of suck. But we are tributing the Gifor. We already have the Gygust in hand, so it actually didn't even matter. But that does give us, that does activate our mania by putting the Gifor into the graveyard, because that Gifor does become Gygust while in the graveyard. So now you can take Gygust plus the Gygust ritual. Oh my god, that is actual luck. That is actual, just, you know, you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So well. You milled the right card to be able to activate your other card in hand. That's too good. And then we're setting 2. And we're passing. We're not even making the ritual monster. I guess you want to save it for a different turn where you can actually, you know, attack with it. But I don't like... Because what's Batia's attack? It's like at least 1,000, right? Oh no, it's exactly 1,000. Okay, never mind. So 2 monsters, 2 back row. Where do we go from here? Our first card is Sopla. Are we hoping to hit with the... What are we hoping to hit with Sopla here? We're Star Salvation Shield the Batia. Okay, okay. You know what? That is a good defensive option. I respect it. It does mill the Sofaruta Ritual. That is not what you like to see. Or maybe it is. Maybe they have the exact same play. They have a Ritual Spell Engrave, then they tribute the thing, and then they have Maynir, and then they bring it back. Actually, no. Sopla doesn't count. Actually, no. This is actually not as good. Okay, but Gifor is good. Gifor is good here. Gifor effect to mill. Mill's a Gygus. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That is disgusting. Gygus gets added back into the hands. Oh no. Oh no. He's gonna pop off. He's gonna pop off. That's set 1. That's a beginning Skull Rise to send the Gygus all the way back into the grave. Mills 3. Or no, draws 3, sorry. Okay, what are we hoping to see here? I mean, we're hoping for any ritual spell. We're hoping for just another monster. An Incursion could go hard here. An Incursion would be able to remove that last back row. But I don't know if you care about it enough. Okay, it's the Sofaruta ritual. So we are going to make Sofaruta. And we do have a Gygus in the graveyard, so it is protected. Yup, okay. But do we have any other plays here? Because none of your monsters can hit over the Gygus right now. He had to have drawn something good off the beginning Skull Rise. There's no way that we once again saw a beginning Skull Rise draw that ended in more bricks. Alright, we do have the Gygus Felger ritual spell. This will get us the Gygus Felger. And because we... Oh, no. Actually, no. It does not give the destruction. We do not get to be able to destroy a card. So we're safe there. That back row still stands for the red team. That is just going to be a lot of damage. Thankfully, though, because of Star Salvation Shield, blue team can only attack once. However, we are getting a second Sofaruta onto the field. Now, this does stack damage. So this will just hurt a lot. This is 3,000 minus the 1,800 plus whatever the highest level monster, highest level wind zombie they have, which I believe is 5. So that's another 2,000 damage. So that's what? 3,200? Yeah. Woo! That's a lot of damage. That is a disgusting amount of damage off of one attack. So let's see, how do we respond to this? Our back row wasn't anything significant. It was not a battle trap or anything. So what are we holding this for? We do have a Gifor on the field. Gifor mills 1, mills a Batia, but it still allows you to get the Gygas back into your hand, which is totally fine. Could it be an evac? No evac. Beginning Skull Rise, once again to draw 3 more cards. Very lucky to be able to get another one so soon. Actually, yeah, the next turn afterwards. Wow, that is really good. Huh. So this is a level 5. Oh, and he discards the Soul Phrase because he has more than 4 monsters in the graveyard. He has Pot of Greed to draw 2 more cards. So this is he has drawn 5 cards this turn. I say this like this is anything surprising, but obviously if you ever play Monarchs, you can draw like a bunch of cards as well. But let's see if he drew anything good here. He's counting the amount of... Was that the amount of back row that he has in his graveyard? Not monsters, right? Because that's what, like 5 monsters? 4 or 5 monsters in the grave? What are you trying to do? Do you have Incursion in hand? Is that what you're trying to set up here? Okay, looking through their grave. What are we hoping to see here? Like, this is a tough situation, right? Like, he's taken almost half his life points. And like, being worried about that last back row, or that back row and the blue side is justified, right? Like, we've seen a bunch of different traps that can be put here. But, what's he typing? What's he typing in his calculator? What you calculating down there? You doing calcs? Well, what are we doing calcs for? You haven't even made a move. You haven't attacked. You haven't done anything. What are we calcing? Are we calcing the future? Are we calcing the potential plays here? There is no time limit here, so I don't know if slow play rules apply or how that would work. I mean, if it works the same way that it works in like, you know, the YCSs here in the US or in the other TCG regions, then I don't think it's going to be an issue. Obviously, you just can't take a ridiculous amount of time to think. But like, because it's an untimed finals, that also just means that, you know, you don't have to rush yourself too much. No pun intended. Okay. Oh, we're playing a monster. Okay, it's a Lichy. Lichy effect to return. What is your return target? Is it Balloon? Is it Batia? Yes, returning Batia just so that you have a better chance. You're milling a Maynir, a Sopla, and a Lantern. Not the greatest of mills. All three of those cards you would rather have in your hand, if I'm being honest. But I guess it doesn't matter. We do have the Necromade, was it Necromade Stitch? Necromade Stitch makes you Necromade Lurker, Necromade Lurker. Does he have a trap? Does he have something for this? No, he doesn't. Okay. Honestly, if I use Lurker effect, I would just return all three of those cards that have just got milled. I would, no joke. Oh, but he has a Mania in hand. I guess we're just trying to prep ourselves for the next couple of I guess lines. Because we bring back the Gifor. We're using the effect right now of the Lurker, 2 Mania, and 3. He had 3 Mania in Grave. Oh my god, yeah, no, that is correct. That you have to do that. He's gonna use that to destroy the Sulfuruda. That is definitely okay. Burns them for 700. And now he can do it again. He can do it again because he has another Stitch in his hand thanks to Maynir. Now he's hoping, I don't know how he would be able to, he's hoping to draw another one really soon. But he's guaranteed at least one more destruction. Because I don't think he can destroy the I don't think he can destroy the Gyga's Felger because they have a Soulphrase in the graveyard. And right now, Stitch can only make Necromade Lurker. Necromade Stitch can only make Necromade Lurker as a ritual monster. It's Necromade Resize, the one that's able to allow you to make either Necromade Ritual monster. So, I mean, in my mind, I would just play the Stitch, make another Lurker, destroy the other Sulfuruda. Like, that should be what needs to be done regardless. But it looks like he could play the Gifor that he got as well to try and mill something else. So the Gifor gets milled, or the Gifor activates, mills another Gifor, which I believe, yeah, and he does have a Gygust in the graveyard, so he's going to be able to bring that back to his hand. Maybe he's asking about the back row card, making sure that that has been there this entire time. Tribute to the Gifor for the... Oh my god. Tribute to Gifor for the Gygust. The face down card was the Gygust Velger ritual spell, allowing him to destroy that back row, which was a Necromade Resize. So now he does have enough. He is going to go for it. Necromade Stitch makes another Necromade Lurker, puts it into attack position this time, using its effect to return the Necromade Lurker back into his extra deck, destroying the other Sulfuruda. We've already made it to the end of this. Oh, it's been that long. Will I go once more? And then has the Lantern in hand to reset the Necromade Stitch. Plays Stitch again, makes the Necromade Lurker. And he doesn't have a Sulfuruda Engrave. He didn't have one, so it does get destroyed by the Lurker. This puts him at 3,000 plus the 1,100. Plus the... Oh my god, he has another Gygust Velger ritual spell. Makes a second one. That is 6,000 plus the 7,000 damage on field. That's more than enough to win this game. Oh my god, GG's. What a turnaround. What a turn. Red team just had all the cards he needed and managed to win that solidly. That was like the Necromade gameplay. That is, you had all the ways to bring back your ritual spells. You had the Maynir, you had the Lantern, you had a Gygus Velger to also be able to bring back or to be able to just hit for even more damage. So wow, that was like the peak, near peak performance of the zombie pile. And let me check. Is that game? Is that over? Are we done? Did they just get 2-0'd? Yeah, my heart was also pounding. That was a very good game. I like that game 3. I feel like it showcased what the deck has been doing to literally every single deck out there. You know, cycling through your ritual spells, spinning all of your ritual monsters, ending on, big damage, big numbers, and all of a sudden, your back row is gone, your monsters are gone. What do you do next? And you just gotta shrug. You gotta put your hands up and just hope that it wasn't enough to beat you. But I really also like that turn from the red team that did the double Sofaruda plus the Gygas Velgir to hit for, a decent amount, but then also get the double burn from the two Sofarudas. That's a really cool thing uh that I don't really see a lot of people do as much. I feel like a lot of people lean more into the Necromades and stuff like that, but like, you know, including the Sofaruda, I feel like has shown to be very instrumental sometimes. All right, what are they saying? We're putting the paper, we're shuffling the papers. Okay, no, we're stalling for a little bit more time. Wait, is the middle guy Ram? I've never put the face to the name. Is that guy Ram? Is that guy? I knew he was. I forgot that he was commentating today. Is that Ram? Oh my goodness. I just didn't know what he looks like. I've never seen Ram's face. Maybe I did. Actually, wait, that's a lie. Maybe I did see his face in the other Galaxy Cup last year, but I just forgot. I think I just forgot what he looked like. I just I just didn't realize. Yo, what a goat. Oh, wait, he's holding up a big piece of, was that a big piece of cardboard? Oh, it is over. It's over. I guess the blue team won soundly, or we just watched the one duel where the blue team won and the red team beat the other two guys. Also, wait, that guy's pants are kind of cool. Do those count as the bell bottom jeans, bell bottom pants? I I do feel bad where it's like, you know, it's not everyone, but a lot of competitors, a lot of, you know, esports players. I see this a lot in like other games as well. But like a lot of them just don't have a lot of like charisma, right? Like obviously their minds are about playing the game, right? It doesn't matter how charismatic you are if you're like a god at the game, who cares, right? Like Faker doesn't have uh the same charisma as, you know, like Caster June, right? Caster June is insanely popular in League of Legends esports and like in Korea and stuff like that. That dude's job is to be charismatic. But like obviously Faker doesn't have to have that level. Faker is Faker. Faker is like the greatest player, the greatest League of Legends player of all time, right? But like, you know, it's tough for announcers like this or like MCs to like try and like bring the hype up when, you know, the players themselves are very shy, right? They're shy, they're camera shy, or like, you know, they're very soft spoken. So like while this is a very hype event, I'm very excited, I'm very happy to, you know, see a winner be crowned here. You know, it's very tough to share that energy with the other people, especially when there isn't a crowd either, right? Like, you know, it's just the caster desk, it's just them, it's just the teams. But there you go. There's the prize card. Do they only get one? Is it only one prize card for the whole team? No way, right? No way they only get one prize card for the whole team. They had to have printed more. They had to have printed more. They had to... But yes, Hoshino JP, congratulations for winning the Rush Duel Galaxy Cup 3v3 tournament. I at least know one of you played zombies. I wonder what the rest of you played. We'll have to find out when they post their deck list later on Twitter. I'll be retweeting them. I'll probably make like a separate video talking about how I felt about the overall thing. But yeah, very good. It was some high level, there was some very high level thinking. You know, some plays that I thought were a lot more straightforward, it seems like they had a better idea in hand. Obviously, we don't get to see what their hands look like. We just get to see what cards are played. But overall, I feel like that is some of a glimpse of what, you know, the zombie decks are doing. And as you can tell, I'm not a fan of what the zombie decks are doing. They're good, they're strong, but there isn't another deck that can really compete with them. So we're going to be seeing what the ban list holds for us tomorrow, and hopefully it's going to be good. And thank you as well. And I think that's going to be it for the Rush Duel portion of the tournament. I believe I don't know if it's on this stream or not. We're not on this, like not me streaming. I'm gonna be closing once they're done here. But let's see if there's any other final announcements. I don't think there are going to be, but we'll see. If they announce any final cards, we'll be here. But if they're ending right now, then that'll be it. Okay, nothing yet. You say very, very hot duels? I think something about going to the official OCG channel to watch the rest of the finals of the YCS Japan event that they're doing. All right, I think that's it. Cool. So yeah, that was the event. We ended a lot earlier than I thought we would, thankfully. That means I can maybe get something to eat. But yeah, that is it for the events. Final thoughts that I had. If the reason we didn't get to see other players duel if the reason that we didn't get to see other players duel is because they all played zombies, that has to scream out to Konami, has to scream out to the Rush Duel ban list committee or whatever, that zombies is a problem. And, you know, we're hoping for a good zombie hit on that ban list, all right? We're gonna pray. We're gonna hope that they're gonna not forget about zombies. We're gonna hope that they didn't forget about monarchs, and we get to see some other decks in play, because I love how Spark Hearts plays. I love how Void Elf plays. You know, I love how a lot of these other decks play, because they aren't as devastating, right? Like, monarchs can just bounce your monsters, destroy your monsters, and continue doing that, you know, for fun. And the same thing with these zombies. Like, that's what they do, and those are what the strategies of those two decks are. Be able to cycle through your Mega Monarchs to get rid of their entire field, and then all of a sudden they just don't have anything, and you just continue hitting them in the face. No one likes that. We want to see some better back and forth. And so, you know, there are other decks that can help better facilitate that sort of gameplay, but these decks just do way too much as they are right now. Other than that, this was hopefully a good final send-off for these decks. I mean, we saw some really good gameplay between each of the different zombie decks, but as you saw, they're not all the same. Some of them run Lore Limey. Some of them have different back row traps and stuff like that. Some of them run Balloon Bati of all things, and that's shown to be, you know, at this moment, the better zombie deck compared to the other guy, right? And so, you know, there's a lot of different ways to play your zombie deck, which is an interesting feature, right? Usually when you see some of these decks, it's like, you know, you have to play it 1-to-1, or, you know, you change a little bit here and there. And like, while this is the case right now, oh, now you're going to see my YouTube video recommendations. Thankfully there isn't anything, you know, too obscene, but yeah, like, there isn't anything too wild, I guess, going on with these decks. We're gonna, I guess, move it back here and pause it. And while these decks do, you know, start to look the same after you see them so many times, there's still a little bit of things that you can change in between each one to make it your own. But the overall skeleton is still the same, and that's the biggest problem. I'll say it once again here at the end. I want to see, for Monarchs, I want to see Drock hit. I want to see any of their draw spells hit. The Mega Monarchs, I don't think it's that big of a deal whether or not they get hit, because they just get recycled regardless. It doesn't really matter to them. For the Necromaids, I would love to see Lantern be hit. I'd love to see the ritual spells be hit, but once again, I don't think it really matters to them. But I don't think any of them deserve to be just outright banned. There is no reason for that. G4 might be hit. You know, I don't like I realize now how dangerous it is that he can just mill one and keep bringing back a Gygust. Maynir needs to be hit. Maynir is a disgusting little creature that can bring back any ritual spell plus a Defiant Soul name. So, you know, we don't like that. That needs to go. That needs to be hit. I think Limit 1 would be the greatest thing. I don't know if it deserves a complete ban. I don't think it's that disgusting, but who knows? But I don't know if those are enough to fully get rid of how the zombies play. I don't know what else they could possibly hit to make the zombies just completely obsolete. You know? We'll have to see. But we'll find out in, I think, another 24 hours. You know? One more day until we find out how the next couple of months of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duel meta is going to be. And with that, I'll probably make a video or a short or something to talk about that. But that'll be it for me today. Thank you so very much for joining. Thank you for everyone who stopped by, who chatted with me, who watched through all of these entertaining duels, and I will see you all next time. Either a video or a stream, we'll see. But yes, peace.